He don't wanna. Solsky, what's going on, man?
Hi.
Hi, he says. We are getting ready to have some fun with Andy versus Tenit.
What is this? What soul ski Sue?
Yeah. Sooks.
No, Sue. It's like the Sue, SIOUX. I just don't think he had enough letters.
Oh, okay. Like sous vide in a way, maybe?
No, like Sioux, dude. Like, the natives, right? America, the
Mm,
Sioux.
okay. Okay, sure. We'll go with
It
that.
works. Why
Brackets.
why is he like attacking me?
I have no idea. Maybe we
only
should write an
W's
angry
from here on
letter.
out. Hopefully.
He's just mad because of the message I posted in racetime.gg. And I quote
Probably.
If I shave any
just because
seconds.
your ass is old and you sweat like Larry Bird in his 70s after a game of pickup doesn't mean you gotta make my ass wait. Chat, that's how he retaliates. What a nice friend.
Imagine
Good guy, Andy. Giving Solsky the
randomized
business.
betting. I'm not trying to win,
I
I'm
see
just
my
trying to beat the
pre-cropping
spread,
did not work, so we're gonna have to do it live. It's gonna be all right though. I know what Solsky's thinking.
What's up,
He's
Tom?
thinking this wouldn't be a
Yeah,
problem
we'll
if
be
it
going
was
to
on my
emote only.
channel.
Let's make sure emote only works real quick.
No, my OBS would have crashed twice already. I still gotta reinstall that and fix all that. But
Oh
yeah.
no.
yeah,
Oh,
it's something
no.
about I was talking to some people. It's just something about the new update, the B29 or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Good times. Also, I see the
It's not.
tracker. Yeah, I know it's not. I see the tracker is also different, but Tenit, she is getting ready, and that's gonna be good to go here soon.
For the GL gamers.
I see
Look at this
she's-
BM. Hold on, Andy's already yawning. You think he's just
Still on
tired?
Sleepy mode? I
Probably.
am still on sleep.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. I'll take
Maybe.
your word for it.
Because he played too much pickup basketball. You guys in chat are gonna have to tell me if the audio
So amped
is
for this race, my heart
too
rate is 170.
too quiet, too loud for on Andy's side. We're gonna try and keep him quiet so we don't tick off the people who don't like all of us talking over each other, which is
Not
understandable.
actually, I promise. My heart rate
We're
did hit
getting ready to get
195
started. The countdown is underway.
2 days ago. Whenever that was. All right, we're going. Yeah, I was dying.
So what do you think's
GLHF.
gonna happen in this race, Solsky?
3, 2.
You think the entrances are gonna be randomized?
I think Andy's gonna exercise his God-given
Heyo,
American right
big
to
bombs.
wield plot armor and just
Alright.
find a way to
we
make
at
a
today?
mockery of this race.
Good old
I guess that's
pyramid.
how it always
Mickey
is.
in Link's and we see Pyramid starting for Stank here.
You love but hate to see it, as far as that drop down being there.
Y'all,
Because now that Hyrule Castle small key slightly matters.
Andy's getting the bombs. Smart. Then she's going for I guess a traditional start. Like I didn't know this was an actual strat until like last year.
Yeah.
And I just felt like a boomer when people were explaining it to me. They just go to potion shop early. Explain.
I mean, I think this is kind of not even traditional anymore. This has become the new like boomer strat, or this is the millennial strat. The Zoomers
So it's
these
like
days, they don't even do this, like into Houlihan. So
Gotcha.
not 100% sure.
So it's like the uncle strat, like Andy's doing, like the Giga Boomer strat. Okay, got it. C's Archer game, that'd be better if you had rubies, but unfortunate.
Yeah, no, none of that means bad time.
Okay. Oh, what do we got? Lumberjack. The map.
Looks like that's a map, so we're not getting that. That's not important.
I will take note of that for later, just in case.
But the Houlihan play from Tenit, gonna be rich.
I'm just gonna go straight to Kakariko here, I think. I basically just want to find old man save and quit. As
You know what would make these games a little more smooth? Some boots.
Don't have to keep
So I
starting
hope they
in
get
Link's
boots.
house.
Hope they get them soon. I hear there's a great tournament that starts with boots, involving
There sure is.
a purple man.
Correct.
Swamp ice.
Dante's like, talk about it, please.
Yeah,
Don't make this awkward.
Talk about it a little bit. Give us some details, man.
The Grimace Memorial. You know how I need like a dedicated half-an-hour block to like fully discuss and liberate the lore of the tournament. I don't know if these guys are ready for it, Dante, personally.
All right. Well,
It's SMZ3 and only like 5 people care about it anyways, so like it's fine.
I care about it from the outside.
That's the middle drop. Which is
Well,
nice.
then you would have joined. Got him. Nothing really interesting entrance-wise so far. Kind of boring.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to fill space. Everything's been pretty generic as far as you know,
Not having to
nothing
worry about getting
too
punished
exciting.
for bomb
No
jumping
items,
across.
nothing really to dive. Both of them have that Hera key.
Always welcome.
Tenit finding the unfortunate news that, or fortunate, I guess, depending on what part of the.
Hold on, what is that? Is that like a box of crayons?
Looks like a box of cigarettes. I don't know.
Is it?
I have no idea.
Cutting board?
Jack thief.
I don't know what Sprite she's using, so.
I'm trying to hold on. Is it like, you know those like 1980s, 1990s like toys as a kid? It was an electronic device, had like the touchpad, and it would be like your first computer kind of thing. Is it one of those?
It could be.
You know the one with the handle? You know which one I'm talking about, right? Like
Right.
it's orange. Yeah. I can't remember what it was. Typewriter or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's what you want to see, though. I think.
A speaking spell? That might be it. But
Oh,
maybe
dude.
not. Hold on. I gotta Google this now. Hold on. Now it's gonna bother me.
All right, we got a mini
Is
Molder
it
cave.
speaking
This is good.
spell? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes. Thank you, Zebra.
Zebra, the true friend.
Probably about as good as I could hope for.
Is he though? Is
Some-
he really?
Sometimes.
Yo, I got all 3 of my bombs back.
All right, well, mini Moldrum cave
was
sucks
terrible.
today. Unbelievable.
Andy's giggling. I don't know why.
He's always giggling to feel the awkward pausing.
There's three phases to Andy. His giggles, his confused face, and then
Okay,
The
that's
Giga
old
confused
man save
face?
and quit back.
yes.
So that's good info.
I guess there's like a 3.5 where he just makes the noises. The weird noises, like the you know, the ones.
Mm-hmm. The ones that, like, his chat wants to make a soundboard out of.
Now we're off to Death Mountain.
Or something. Anyway, Andy's in the dark. Really hard to tell without a sword, like, in the direction he's moving as to which one it is.
Ooh,
But, oh,
Hera
it's okay, it's Old Man.
Not looking forward to coming back to that later.
I have Hookshot Cave on Tenet's side. Got it. Old Man Cave early is kind of nice, actually. It's getting that warp. You know, Sank is in pyramids, so you'd rather roll the dice that Old Man either reverse or front is somewhere near Kakariko or somewhere like nice. For entrances, so it's a pretty good find early.
The quick double of audio feels good.
That health refill's really nice. Just to make sure I don't.
You're gonna laugh. Nancy. I actually forgot to turn the audio on.
You forgot to turn the audio on. Great. Fantastic.
I can now hear.
Are we actually still stuck in a 5-second loop? If so, I'm very scared.
Quicker access.
What?
They're saying we're still stuck in a 5-second loop. I'm hoping we're not. Okay,
There's
good.
like zero. There's 0 loops. I've been watching on your stream the whole time.
Oh, that's real nice.
And you find the mirror, of course.
Mirror is like, that's like CrossKeys boots. It's like boots number 2 or number 1, depending on which order you find them in.
Lamp or flute.
Well, it's nicer because now he'll just, if he needs a super bunny or has opportunities to super bunny early, he can like, if he runs into item caves and are accessible, now he can just like do it with the mirror, right? So.
Oh, absolutely.
But also like dark world routing also can be very impactful here, depending on like what he decides to do. So. It's a pretty nice find, honestly, for Death Mountain. It didn't really have much else. He should check the warp now. Yep.
Yeah, being
Start
able to
with
know this
one.
early is kind of nice. And
Dude, that's actually really good. All things considered,
Yeah.
Lost pretty good. Pretty good. What's the bush crab? If it's like okay, it sucks.
it's hearts. Not good.
It
No
could be
shield.
strategic. Yeah.
And Andy passing that. Swamp's not in logic ever now. You need that shield, right, Solsky? For swamp access.
I am not Duck. I'm not shield, thank you. Did I tell you about that?
Yes,
Like
that's why I brought it up with you here.
Okay, I'm just making sure. There's too many stories at this point. Yeah, for the chat, we were doing pilot spoiler. I think it was the first year I was on the Utang clan squad. I can't even remember the name anymore. With like Emo and Duck, and then Duck literally asked mid-race if I can route him in a shield, and I just like my brain went to Narnia. I just didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm trying my best, right, to route on the fly, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, can you just like throw in a shield in there? I'm like, no.
Perfect. Well, we do see TR I bridge, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice to have.
Hey, you know what I nicknamed the fortune teller hut, right?
I'm scared to ask, honestly.
I'm not gonna say it on your stream.
That's the free item cave in Link Between Worlds.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly. Capacity Fairy, Andy was thinking about it. Honestly, I probably leverage it. Just get the extra bombs, arrows. You get a like full refill on arrows. You get more bombs, and it's early. Don't really have much on resource. You don't have any weapons, so.
I mean,
I think he's just thinking bottle. He's thinking bottle vendor, right? But
right. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm assuming we're gonna get some more based off of what we've seen on Tenit's side, but you know, I can understand not wanting to risk the bottle vendor, and this is where the disappointment sets in because we saw this piece of heart for Tenit.
Yeah. How much is it again? Is it 50 or 100 for the capacity? Do you remember?
It's 100.
Is it 100? Okay. Yeah, so I just prioritize bombs at this point.
Potion shop good. I guess will that burn Andy yet again?
Yes. We see 8 bombs on the tree pole. I think that's tier 2, so that's actually not bad.
Yeah, tier 2 we could probably get a little easier than tier 3 because you're gonna just take hits occasionally.
I think Andy he's gonna check this connector with the mirror 100%. Plus, most of Cat Creek is done at this point. He knows the old man warp leads back to force,
right.
So
he could do rest of North Dark World with a save and quit if need be. Tenit getting that information as well. Just she doesn't have hasn't gone up to the mountain yet via that dark portal. And this is
this is sick because now he can just check the Light World variant right here.
Yeah, this is what you really like to see when you make these.
Oh, back early early.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. We do see early pod as well. Where was pod? You're tracking this, I hope.
Yeah, I'm partially tracking it. I want to say that was at as I'm trying to update this tracker for me. I'm pretty sure it was at the Lumberjack house. Okay, chat, help us out. Oh my god, that was the Moon Pearl.
Okay.
So either glove locked or that's required. So
it's glove locked or lamp locked based off of.
Yeah. Based on the logic. Yep. Or flute. Because getting that mirror up there, right? Yeah, the logic can be very fickle when it comes to like moon pearl.
I hate
my race
seeds
this
like
week.
this.
Yeah, in my race this week, I had like a moon pearl locked behind money traversals, so it was pretty sketch. So Skullwoods was there, and then you said Pod was the lumberjack house. Okay, got it. Got that checked off. Where's Thieves?
Thieves is the Dark Sink in Overworld.
Dark Sink. Okay, perfect. Just making sure. Keeping up.
So Andy's obviously trying to stay where he can take a death. But also has to be a little careful, because if he accidentally touches something, he's dead. He should be fine. Tenit got a sword. I'm assuming that was in Pod. I did miss that, but a sword is going to be really nice.
I don't think I need this Giga map taking up my whole screen. There we go.
The Giga map. Yeah, Pod left side. Okay. Seems good.
You're not in this tournament, right?
No, I considered it, and then I considered wanting to be available for League and bargaining with the wife on that.
So you chose life. Okay, got it.
I chose life.
I don't think I'm gonna go check Graveyard Ledge just yet.
I was kidding. I'm very interested with the way they're doing this tournament this year with the 100%, what is it, 100% locations logic or accessibility versus the, you know, items, I guess, 100% items. So there's no key locked keys in the logic, which I think is kind of cool.
I feel like the seeds have been a bit danker overall, like just from my experience playing so far.
Yeah, it's possible.
Not a bad thing. It's just some of them have been like way out there.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, Fire Rod. Okay. So Chicken Hut coming in big.
Andy's like, wow, I'm finding all the items early. This is really weird. It sure is, Andy. Never happens. It's okay. It's okay.
He looks confused.
He always is. Flip 5 is gonna be Eastern. It's kind of a nice early score. I would not go in here, but that's me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is really out of the way. So, like, is it, you know, a lot of people have their, like, religious beliefs that they follow to a T on whether or not to dive Eastern early, but, you know, this is really far away, and if something's here, you're basically gonna last locate it, right?
Yeah, well, these small is nice. It's like risk or reward, right? I just generally put it off. That's me. I know some people are like on the fence, right? And he's running in a pod here. He's gonna say no, so yeah, he's gonna pass up that sword for now. I guess like similar kind of methodology, right? Like in his spot, he has like Pearl Mirror, so he's like, I just want to check out more first. You know?
I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't go check this, because with Mirror. Yeah, I mean, he's going back in. I don't know why he didn't get Lamp.
Oh, so yeah, now Pearls and Logic. Yep.
Yeah. So that seems to be. So if Andy's going to be spending a lot of time trying to piece together the logic, it might be a while before he picks up on it. He may just run with it though.
Yeah. Well, it could be both items too. We get yeah. There's the sword and pod for shooter. You could have, you know, a glove found as well, and like early spirit too, right?
Yeah, then it really messes with you, right?
Yeah, it does.
Alright, Tenit having a little bit of trouble here with the Stalfos room, but gets it done. Gonna continue into Eastern. So this actually puts that last check that we normally see people do in the dark in logic with the vanilla big key chest. So Andy opting to do Mimic Clip here. I'm actually a little surprised. Oh no,
I'm not.
He's bottle glitching. Okay, this is better.
I'm not, just because he's making the commitment now. Kind of gets it out of the way early, and if he can bottle glitch, yeah, it's pretty quick. Even with Mimic Clip, if you can do it well, it's not too bad for the early dip. But it is pretty close to Old Man Warp too, right? So.
Right.
Oh, the last one is just Ganon. Oh, I'm so dumb.
All right, big key.
Oh, two pod.
We only had 2 drops.
Gross.
Doesn't help right now, but oh my god, and a key to the dungeon. There's always a pod key in pod, right?
That's gross.
Pod big and small behind Bowlock pod.
I don't know if I chase that immediately, but I guess, yeah. I guess if you made the commitment for Mimic Clip,
Yeah, it's just two
You're
quick
gonna find more
checks.
pod smalls, right?
Oh my god! I'm mad, actually.
So you remember how I started this by saying, "Hey, I wonder like if Andy's gonna summon the plot armor or whatever it was." This is what I'm talking about, guys.
All right.
The dude drops like, well, okay, so let's be real. His week 1 race was just he chose very poorly, and Hera Big Chest just boned him, and so I feel like this is the world perpetually swinging back for him a little bit.
This is so weird, man.
I like how Andy's like, "This is so weird."
Super weird.
Tenit going through Agatar, gonna look to check that one chest.
Yeah, I just want to see.
Spin rats are only gonna do
the other entrance, or if we're
one
gonna have to drop down.
basically health point of damage against these guards for 8.
Okay.
So it's great when you're getting like double hits in, but it's gonna take a bit.
Got to be a little careful here now. We're getting low on health too, and there's the double hit.
Nice, yeah. So it's like good to use it. You just want to keep them
Really,
grouped to
I
that
could
double
also
pillar there.
buy-
Double strats there. That's fine. Oh, ice rod. Ooh.
Okay.
Guess you have early fire and ice.
I
Nice.
could buy.
Nothing yet I can see for TR key wise, and we have not seen really any TR entrances. All right, but we do have that back of skull. I'm disappointed Andy hasn't already gone back.
Right.
Yeah, we do
Shameful,
have
honestly.
one TR entrance with the left
Oh, we
TR
do?
entrance. Yeah, at the hut that you will not name apparently.
The hut I will not name. The left tier. Oh yeah, that's right.
The fortune teller.
In Goatsy
No,
House, got it.
First one is pinball, but we can get this without using that small.
Deji's like, please don't say that on my stream.
I don't care.
I did have an emote for that, but I had to replace it temporarily for the Grimace Memorial, the official logo. So it'll be back after that.
Solsky shaven face.
No, the Grimace, dude.
I know.
We got total to make an AI image of Andy wearing a Grimace costume, and that's what came out, basically. That's the story behind that emote. Yeah, Zebra knows.
There it is in the chat.
Like, how does AI that powerful that knows, honestly, dude?
Well, we do see Blacksmith is going to be at Ice Rod.
Yeah, I saw that. We saw Potion Lady and Cag. I'm just gonna drop her right there. I'm just gonna say, yeah, it's right by Bottle Bender, sure.
And then, of course, Fairy Ascension.
The only good thing I can think of right now, I was thinking couldn't do really, is that well.
Not
as well.
that.
No. Is that well at sync? It's the only thing I can think of right now. Let's say glove. There.
Just do Eastern. I don't really want to do Eastern and Pod together. It's a lot of meat.
Yeah, so with this lamp, I guess Tenit is going to actually head up the mountain and get her, potential mirror. And then hopefully leads her to Moon Pearl pretty quickly.
Dude,
Finds
stop
Ice Rod
giving me
here.
these early ice palaces. You
No,
gotta
we're gonna keep giving you those early ice palaces, Andy, and you're gonna sit there and like it, all right? This guy, no, stop, stop! I don't want to find dungeons.
I don't know, it's kind of hard, like,
Fire Rod is not in logic.
I kind of feel like maybe you die of ice there, but him having Dark World access
Open foot in there
makes it
until my rolls
more
over.
appealing to skip and put off and just say, I'm going to have my glove. Because Andy doesn't know Lamp is, like, basically the path to the Pearl. Like, he's banking on that glove, probably, for the moment.
I wouldn't die of ice. Me personally, I'm also greedy, as you can kind of tell. By,
well,
not
sure.
wanting to go to Eastern, but
What would
I
Telethar
can
do?
see the allure from it just because you have it early. No, I don't want to hear what Telethar would do. All right, we've all seen that boot fiasco like last week. I don't want to. Yeah, no, blacklisted. Sorry. You ever just like coach someone live while they're racing and then all of a sudden like they skip boots for an extra hour and a half? Yeah, that's what happened.
I mean, I've done some mentoring in the mentor tournament this year. We haven't skipped boots for an hour, but you know, I don't think I've led them correctly yet either.
After Eastern area.
Yeah, Telthara chat bringing up a good point, and I will agree with this one. Having Dark World access, a little odd to be walking to the Eastern area without being in Dark World.
Correct.
Or getting this mirror locked.
That's why I'm thinking myself, if you have knowledge of that that way to like West Dark World, I just like leverage that at this point, right? Because I can do Light World, Dark World traversal at the same time, especially without boots or flute.
All right, is Andy going? He's shaking his head, but here we go.
Yeah, you could use tank as well if you wanted to explore this area, but I'm saying also you have West Dark World stuff is available as well in the southern loop. All right, so Tenit getting her mirror. Andy's gonna find lamp here. Can't really find anything else. Well, the thieves sound small, but
yeah, that's like a big to be determined. It's nice to have, you know. It's always a weird feeling trying to dive thieves. Deciding to I'm gonna do crystal thieves as soon as I have the big key. You know, without that hammer. Or without the small key.
Most likely. It's kind of like a prevention play for that, I guess.
Yeah, Tenit cleaning up the mountain for her. Gonna
now everything's in logic.
find basically a lot of nothing at this point. I don't think Andy did any bunny walking up here. So if she decides to do that, that's gonna be new info.
do you like doing that, by the way?
So now let's just start.
I mean, I'm not good at CrossKeys, so you know, depending on how hard it is to get back here, I would say like do it. And it looks like she's going to. Andy didn't. So we'll say whoever wins this race is correct.
So like that's probably gonna be
That'll be how we decide this.
Seen the old speak and spell. Honestly, I don't know what else to like kind of frame that as. I'm just gonna call it that. And nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, if we want to get back to mountain for some reason, we've got that. Now this is going to be new. I don't think we saw Andy do this, so Tenit going to be checking backable, man.
I am curious to see what's there. And unfortunately, will dodge the pearls. So if this leads to Dark World, she might actually do some bunny traversal, which
okay.
Actually, that's really good. All
right.
That's actually even better Kakrika Warp.
Until I get another sword or cape.
But yeah.
All right, she's doing it. So this is really good for her.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually perfect that I put her back here just so she can have the option. I might as well. I can just do this connector. Like if it's spit her out in like say South Shore somewhere, right? Like might be a bit of a different conversation. But yeah, we'll get her pearl, which is great.
With lamp in this
Andy is electing to do South Shore. I'm again kind of cringing that we're not doing Light and Dark World together, but that's okay.
Does he have a path? Yeah, I guess he does.
Yeah, with West Dark World, yep.
Right.
I usually do.
All right, pearl for Tenit.
Glove.
Honestly, it's just pretty nasty as far as where that is. Although, I guess the only thing she hasn't done, Light World wise, that's available to her is like Agena and Imrock Cave or whatever, Smoke's Cave.
Smoke's Cave, what?
Well, there's Smoke's Rock, and then the cave right beside it. I guess that's Smoke's Cave as well.
Wait, the Smoke's Rock and the Smokes. Oh yeah. It's like the Rock. Oh yeah, the money farm.
Yeah, the money farm.
Andy getting his ice rod there. Yeah, Tenit gonna elect to just kind of continue on through West Dark World here. Probably similar pathing to Andy, just check out the area and then head on into Skull. Could elect to check this. No, we've seen this connector already, so you don't have to do the drop. found swamp here
It's not
in
gonna lend itself very well to.
the Desert Fairy Cave.
Yeah, Desert Fairy Cave. We'll take it.
While we're, since we saw that now, I'm just gonna open up a map on my side monitor.
Gonna see what the ledge is. Just a key. There's some days, like, I just wish keys, like, you could tell what dungeon that key was for in some way, shape, or form. Instead of it just being, like ambiguous.
I kind of like it, just for the strategy sake. See Desert right here on Bikini Cave. Tenit going into Thieves. Yeah, I kind of like it being blank, just because there's a little more strategy to it.
Sure.
Right? Like, it's a...
risk reward.
It's like... Yeah, it's like mushroom powder on Lumberjacks. Like, as much as people like to piss and moan about it, it does kind of create good, I guess, decision making, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You can leverage it at any time, right? But it's like, you got to make that call eventually, right? And same with like keys. Do I go back for that key, or do I just think that, yeah, that key's probably garbage kind of thing, right?
I mean, you grab it if you pop out in Mire area or out that connector, but like, I'm not going to stress about it at this point.
But like, you're down to like, say I only have book, right? Like, am I gonna go there, or am I gonna go to like Hera, or am I gonna go to Thieves?
Yeah. All right, so Andy popping out Bumper Cave top. So this is good to have the mirror for this. Ooh,
oh my god.
Paradox mid.
That's not a bomb.
Was that Desert mid or left?
It was left.
Okay.
All right, so if Andy goes back in, we'll know like what Desert is if he wants to maybe check that middle entrance. Tenit gonna give us Graveyard Ledge. I don't know. I don't know if Andy did this one.
I think he did, but I might be wrong here.
If he did, it doesn't matter because it's nothing. But we did get a red cane here in Paradox. Got 3 chests to go. Small key to TR, and we got a map to Eastern and $20.
So Red King Fire Rod TR is looking pretty good right now, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I know you only have one small key, but you can flex that a lot, especially if you find another like entrance like back or even in front. You can really spread that key out.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. I have a hard time remembering the logic of TR and entrance with, you know, the mix of keys plus the cane and then plus like what entrances are available to you logically. I know some people have that down to like a science, but oh, this is a good find. We are up on Dark Death Mountain.
That's ugly.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Tenet's gonna pick up her fire rod here at the Chicken Hut.
Big key in the exact same spot as yesterday. Great.
And Desert Back is gonna be here on the top of the mountain.
I'm not gonna steal the key today.
And the question is now, like, how do you make this decision? So, Mr. Solsky in the CrossKeys Tournament, how do you decide, like, Andy's dropping mid, so there's 2 extra entrances doing this.
The smartest play every time is dropping mid, in my opinion.
But now he's gonna forfeit those 2 Dark World dungeons or entrances for the time being.
That's fine. I just suggest I like diving mid just because there's no guarantee you run into TR backdoor or bitch door or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee you get that Titan Smith for that other location, so you could be dragging those just as much. It's like tit for tat kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
With TR laser bridge. That's why you don't want to dive left, is because you can just run into that with mirror, so you don't really want to burn that bridge, if you will. Yeah, I just like the drop down light world. That's probably what I would do too.
Telethor says drop right.
When Taldar wouldn't be in Hyrule Castle, so.
Well, we do have the small key, so this is in logic. And with the lamp, like, we can go all the way to the back, so when the runners, when both runners get here, they're going to be able to just clear the whole thing.
This will be done by the time we're finished. I'm probably not gonna check any of these high.
Oh, here's Andy's confused face. Like he's got those faces where he's just like, I don't know what to do. So cute. Tank going through mid skull here. Dante's like, why did I ask you to comment with me?
Nah, I was expecting this. All right, there's 3 bombs in the basement. I've seen some people actually skip Zelda Cell, like they do everything but Zelda Cell. I think it's usually when you don't have the key. I haven't really put that together as to why, but whatever works, right?
It depends on where the back is. Like if I know, like short to midterm, I'm gonna be at that back location. I just do Zelda Cell. Because it's inherently risky to leave it behind, right? Like you're playing with either ends of the logic. If I see it, and I know this is pretty popular, but if I see it in like Lumberjacks, and then it's like optional at like say GT, then I probably just play it.
Tenit's actually having a little bit of trouble here in the woods. Thought she was gonna take a death. Go ahead.
In Andy's spot here, like if he didn't have the key, knowing that GT climb is required for the back, he's probably just gonna break it at that point.
Yeah,
But
sure.
he has the key, so it's no longer really a talking point, right? Finding pinball room. Okay.
Get that guaranteed small. We take those.
Yeah. I know in like some cross key variants, like depending on how you want that logic set up, like you can option it where that will be an item. That's kind of scary, right? Just
yeah. You don't want to have to risk that, but back at Escape here, small key to GT, map of Pod, another small key to Meyer. But yeah, like indoors, I believe, if you use the doors branch with the new graph logic that they have for that, that's what a lot of people, you see the issue of that being randomized like we see in just normal item rando.
All right, we see the front. Yeah, this is an easy in. Easy in.
Yeah, you just do all of this, I think.
I think you do, yeah, left and right, and then you leave.
Well,
yeah,
all of the front.
Almost got me.
You could trade. No, you're burning the key if you go in.
No, yeah. You wouldn't do chomps here. You would go from the back to save the key.
It's, yeah. Like you can burn the key. He has 2 actually. No, he has 2. So chomps is probably fine because he's gonna net 1 with the chomp.
Sure.
If you only have 1, I'm like, yeah, he definitely wants to do that reverse. But chomps here is a little bit faster, so I probably just do it. And then you can save that 1 key for the back for the boss. Just kind of hold on to it. Like 2 keys, like in TR, you're kind of playing with fire, hoping for a 3rd. So I probably would like safeguard that key at that point.
Yeah.
It's just risky bish, especially with like early Raws and Red Cane. I probably just want to the second I find Laser Bridge and TR big key, just be done with it.
Yeah, got the Meyer map already too, so we've got a lot of information. I guess we found the bomb hut and I didn't pay attention to it, but I see Andy has swamp and ice marked, or both of them do, as the 5/6s.
Andy finding that dark cave, he's gonna do that last here. So that's why he's kind of leaving that alone.
Tenit opting to head back on this path. So this is going to be stuff we haven't seen yet on Andy's side. Which is
this will be through Thieves. Yeah, this is what I was alluding to, is you can start doing like the stuff with Light World, Dark World, right? With the mirror.
Yeah.
You also get like
do the business.
Exactly. We're
going to find Waterfall Cave, another Meyer key.
Another bottle.
Yeah. Meyer becoming more and more left side in logic. Fairy for the trouble of tossing it in.
If I get an ice
so nothing C-shape. And he's going to go back to that connector. He's kind of stuck anyways. There's nothing left for him to do. So rather than burn the S&Qs, he's just going to go through the connector, see where it leads. There's a bunch of them still that would be quite worthwhile. So if he gets like pulled into like Lake Highlight area or Pod area or Meyer. Ganon's Tower found. All right. That was in Thieves, I'm going to guess.
It was, yes.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, nice connector, dude.
you love to see it.
In like some wacky way that can be important, but probably not.
So I'm wondering, yeah, I mean, right side GT in logic here between the two runners together. Just kind of basing that off, you know, Kane, Fire Rod, obviously. Ooh, hook shot.
Ooh, I'm going right back to Hookshot Cave immediately.
I mean, do you go right back? Because
Yeah, because you just mirror. You just mirror.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah,
right
you're
here.
right. You're right. I forgot about it being here.
Right here, like you're doing here distillery, and then you're going right where Andy is. Easiest 4 items in my life.
Long trek to get to the Dark World currently.
Yeah, not only having like what 0 is it 0 GT keys that Tenit has, or is it 1?
Tenit has 1.
Okay, that still kind of sucks though, right? Like,
but I guess you need more than 1 because I guess yeah, key logic middle door. You could be. It expects you to do the dumbest thing.
yeah. All right, Andy's gonna go ahead and take care of Moth here. Kit's not bad. It's not ideal. I probably want a Master Sword or Hammer just for speed here, rather than like I can do it kind of thing. I don't know. This is a bit. Oh, he has a green potion. Never mind. He'll be fine.
He's also got the fairy, so like.
It's not so much the fairy, it's more just the speed of it. So with that green potion, like he'll be able to melt Moth, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be my bigger concern here.
All right, Hookshot Cave for Tenit. Gonna be 4 brand new checks.
It's gonna have 3 more pairs. It's gonna have 3 pairs of boots here. Trust me.
Blue cane. Blue rupee. Can we keep the blue theme going? No. Oh wait, Swamp Palace. That's blue.
And there's the Master Sword. Okay, so that's a nice find though, at least.
That is a good find.
Why is the Green Goblin on the left side
I
of
don't
the
know,
screen?
dude. It's this
Peter
palette.
Parker! Jesus. What's wrong with this color sprite today?
I'm about it.
I didn't even know the bosses shuffled on color palettes actually. Is that
Yeah,
new or?
it's relative to the palette of the dungeon.
Gotcha. I've just never noticed it before.
Sure it isn't
You sure it
Grimace.
isn't Grimace? It could be. That's like Zebra. That's Andy's soul when he plays Rando. That's what it manifests into, all right? Is that like purple moth? I saw Desert as a Crystal, by the way. I didn't see any. The other thing I didn't see, I think it was Eastern Knowledge.
Yeah.
I think that was a pendant. All right, we see crystals all over the place. So new info is Pod and Thieves are crystals.
All right, CT small, that puts that other chest into logic. We do have the lamp, so can do that. Question from chat, where was Hookshot? That is going to be inside of Ganon's tower, which is at the Thieves Town entrance. Tenit found that just a bit ago. Andy's kind of on that path. Should probably get that soon.
That's a similar play from him as well. All right. Let's see some new stuff here. Broccoli House. That is like my least favorite location in the game.
What, Broccoli House?
Yeah, no one likes broccoli, dude.
I don't know, man. It's
You're
good.
like, I like
it's good for you. Yeah, you know, when you're like watching what you look like as far
like
as
muscle,
weight.
Yeah, Muscles McGee over here.
gotta eat them greens. Gotta eat them greens, man. Get you some factor boxes. They come.
What?
I'm not sponsored. I don't have any money. All right, Andy, gonna check lava chest. Bombos, okay. It's a nice find. More of a reason, I guess, to do ice without being able to clear it.
Without the hammer, yeah.
See, Solsky, you're trashing broccoli, but chat here is clearly saying that broccoli is good.
All right, chat. Let me just lay down the knowledge. All right. My boy Northern Lion has done several food lists now for tier list, and he has rated Brussels sprouts above broccoli. I hate Brussels sprouts, but I respect the man. So I just know that broccoli is not as like high praise like you guys are saying. All right. End conversation.
All right, we're getting Stumpy check. All right, we're gonna see if chat was right and we're wrong. Yeah, we're wrong. All right, so GT is at the chess game and not Thieves Town, but
He's hold on.
Same
He's
thing.
wrong. He's wrong. All right, he's bald. All right, I've never met a bald guy that's been wrong about anything. All right, so there's no way. Ain't no shot. Sash wife connector here. Where's it gonna lead to?
That's kind of
disgusting.
unfortunate.
Nah, man, that can be some sick translucent routing play that, you know.
Because
I don't know, that'll you know, hey, I got a glove in Dark World. Let me just take this connector over here.
yeah, I don't know. I find that unfortunate for Tenit because she's leaving a few entrances in the south.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, with Master Sword, she's gonna actually be able to check all three top of Hyrule Castle here.
Which is interesting. We haven't seen it yet, even with just the two, because it's so available. But
right,
I like it with three though, for sure.
Well, you know,
it's a great follow up here.
Blind Hut. I do like delaying Hyrule Castle, even if it's like a multi-world or something, until you can route it in with the top, even if it just ruins everybody in the process.
Hammer's here, okay. And that was available without that sword, Meyer. So that's interesting because both runners have now been in GT, right? So another big, wow, this is loaded.
That's a spicy Blind Hut.
Oh man, like if either runner carried Hammer here, oh, they'd be feeling really good. Like it's fine. GT's in a pretty accessible place. It's not like it's
right
super far away. So
well, that's a really good out for Tenit here. Like if she's worried about wanting to go back south to those entrances she missed, like she's going. Oh, here's another sword for Andy. So we've seen three swords between the two.
I think I'm just gonna fold.
Swamp map. We already know that though. Andy is he gonna get this key and continue? Looks to be. I think in his shoes,
like he was about to mirror, but
I'd do the same.
I would too. I have GT big, so I know I'm getting GT big out of it as well. So pretty easy call, honestly.
Right.
I feel like if you leave this, you're playing super free. What? Whoa.
Andy's doing some very advanced CrossKeys tricks here that you can tell he's keeping up with the times for an old man.
I'm sending a memo to the Racing Council now. Dante, can you please investigate the legality of that?
It's very legal. It's very legal.
Did you discuss it with the council, or are you just saying that?
It's not even a trick, Sosky. It's just utilizing the cane to interrupt your hook shot.
Extremely niche tag.
I'm gonna write again to the council that I don't feel like Dante's response was.
Oh no, Andy! He left Bob's chest. Get wrecked. That's gonna be his Various suit.
Oh god, that's what you'd like to see, chat. That's gonna be his Various suit. No, dude, that's gonna be his Giga Boots, dude. He's not going to get them now.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
All right, what's the 3 items
here?
here?
Armor. He'll get it right here, anyways. Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, the good news for Andy here, you know, because I'm sure like half.
Is he literally
right now about it
going back around? Like,
well, he can just do this.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I totally forgot you could do this.
He can just climb. There's two things he can do. He can just do this, or he can come back when he has hammer and just do left side in full. But this is like, I just do this. It's just really hilarious though. He's still getting beaten up, dude.
All right, so I guess this is he gonna remember to do hookshot? This is like when you have those little mishaps that, you know, maybe tilt you ever so slightly. That's when you make those easy mistakes.
He looks incredibly tilted right now.
Yeah, he's very mad.
I've never seen Andy madder in my life. I'm kind of scared right now. Furious.
All right, so while we're memeing, we're going to get some new checks here on Tenet's side. We are in back of Thieves Town.
Memeing?
Clearly. All right, so gonna bomb this open. 3 bombs for the attic.
Okay.
I mean, we're almost go mode, right? Like, we've got literally everything available between the 2 runners.
It's kind of a 6 seed so far, honestly. In terms of like how the seed's gone, you know, Tenet's I feel like has gone by a little bit better. Andy's start was really good, but I feel like I'd rather have Hammer and Bow at this point, like just looking and leveraging items, right? Like Red Cane's alright too, but if I was in Tenet's shoes right now, I'd feel pretty good about like how I've kind of played this seed so far. Andy, I'm sure he's feeling okay too, but
yeah, I mean, I see
Hammer right now.
I see no reason to really be like upset if I'm either runner at this stage.
Yeah, it's early, man. It's like 48 minutes, right? Like, you don't start like swearing until at least an hour and a half, unless like you're just getting your pro at like 1:30, right? So
yeah, for
then
sure.
all bets are off.
Where are these gloves at, though? Indeed, we'll find them eventually.
Get that off my map.
It's not a key to pawn, all right.
Still no glove is really concerning.
Andy, what else are you concerned of?
Small, so I can get the last chest in Castle Tower when I go check.
He's also concerned about CT. Okay, got it. Thanks, Andy.
Works out really nicely.
So yeah, if he's talking about going back to Castle Tower, like we're just gonna get the south check here.
As long as I don't die. Minor thing though.
So far, Thieves Town, a whole lot of nothing. We don't even know if this is a pendant or a crystal. But Tenit on blind in phase 2. Setting up the script, doing pretty nice. Gonna be on script here for phase 3. Just gotta get that left slash, nicely done.
Bajillion fairies to never ever die.
And we're gonna get a map for our troubles to ice, but it's a green pendant, so when we find Saha, that'll be a free item.
Honestly, I'd probably rather just find it blind and then run into Saha. So yeah, I'd be of all the pendants, obviously, I'd be like, yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, if you had to pick one of the 3 pendants, that's the one. That's the one you want to drop first, I think.
Nah, dude, I want red. Red pendant.
Red, your favorite color?
Yes. Probably not my favorite color, but the pendant variety, it's not bad.
Can we just put the pendants in chests? That'd be great. Go back to the lump of coal and the non-crystal dungeons.
I feel like someone suggested that as like a variant for or an option.
This is going to be a new check here, Hammer House. It's an item cave, Hammer Peg Cave, but all right, Andy, you're going to have a bad time. I'm telling you, man.
Please.
The bad time was had.
Alright, I guess we're saving and quitting early.
This is the same path Tenit took. Let's see if he audibles and decides, all right, we're doing sync. Yep, here we go.
To the top of Hyrule Castle we go.
All right, so I kind of yeah, I like this play from Tenit. Heading up to the top of the mountain, and we're gonna get, you know, the right side because she hasn't popped out over there.
All right.
All right, so here's Andy's hype,
Okay.
actual hype cave, the hype house.
Tenit finding the back
so
of
I can meet
desert
Thieves'
as
Town.
well.
I can do.
What are we missing for dungeons right now? Meyer and
small
Hera,
cave,
right?
clear GT, I need one more.
Yeah, we haven't found Meyer
it?
or Hera.
That's it. Back of TR, I guess, if you want to consider that as well.
I can beat
Yeah, we still haven't popped out
But that should be it.
middle of
Yeah. Yeah, with another key, it's safe. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For the time being, right?
Yeah, everything's been available to us, so it's kind of spicy. Maybe we don't need mitts or a glove at all today.
There's a lot of green still on this map tracker. Just trying to keep track of like where they've been and everything like that. And yeah, there's
Well,
a lot
if
of
you use,
still.
I mean, if you use Entrando, everything's green. But if you use a logical entrance tracker, then yeah, sure.
Still no normal Dark World access.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Telethar is giving me a hard time. I totally forgot that ice was a crystal.
You sure did.
North,
It was a pod ice
am
swamp
very
and mire.
smart. Yeah, I'm very smart.
Me Dante, me muscle, smart.
me big brain.
Jawline. Good Chad jawline. Smile.
Just still really awkward to get around.
All right, here's Broccoli House in the overworld. Garbage. I'll try to never be wrong. That will last like not as the length of the rest of the stream. I don't know, you start to get to this point, and you know, when you have the hammer, you have the pearl, you really want like a normal way to get to Dark World. So another connector, we're gonna resolve this. Andy's like, this is the end of my route. I don't want to do pod. Let's hope this doesn't poop me out at GT. And this is actually good. We got the TR bridge. Oh god, more connectors.
That is bottom bumper. Okay. Leveraging that mirror. Let's see what we got. All right, so we know where all those connectors are. It's not really functional. See you later.
Do we know what that item is? Like, he didn't go for the item.
It was like a rupee or something like that.
Wait, I can't get through this. What am I doing?
Okay, so we've seen that. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know why I thought I had a cape.
Andy, mirror at. Did he mirror at?
We popped out of that. That's Fairy Ascension from back of Skull Woods. So he resolved that. He knows what that is.
Oh, he already knows what it is? Alright. So he knows what Mimic Cave is, basically.
I also don't really know if it's fast.
That's what I'm saying. Did he mirror out and check Mimic Cave? Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he popped out the other way. Got it.
Yeah, he did back of Skull Woods, and then that took him to there.
Got it.
It might depend if I'm going north or
Andy, stop yawning. You're gonna make me yawn. Stop.
It's good. Old man's tired from the gym.
God damn it, here it comes.
What you got to do, Andy, and when you don't watch this back, is you go to the gym, and while you still got pre-workout in your system, that's when you play the rando. So like then you just kind of want to snap your controller because you're just so hyped. Now Tenit has popped out at Smokes Rock, and I don't know where we were, but that's TR right for Andy at Pod. So that's the big chest available when we have big key.
That's awful spot, by the way.
Very much so. Alright, Tenit gonna get to Desert right at this point.
I take it Andy's gonna go probably towards Quakefish now at this point.
Yeah, you go north. There's like really nothing else. We've tried putting this off, I guess, between the two of them for so long.
Yeah, and you can just fake flipper to Dark World Hylia too. I don't think he's checked Light World Hylia either, so he could just knock both at the same time.
The downside of this is that you're really isolating Catfish. Ooh, but Hype Cave, you you love to see it.
There's my stupid glove.
Unless it's all garbage.
Confirmed. Glove confirmed.
Skull big? Okay.
So you just get your glove on the last available entrance heading to Catfish. And now you just do Catfish.
I'm probably gonna end up going to Zora area now.
Okay, Andy did not boomer strat.
What? Mirror bonk on the bush?
At least that wasn't boots or something.
No, well, no. I'm talking. He hadn't checked Witch Hut yet.
Oh.
Millennial strat, excuse me. The boomer
Gotcha.
strat. He did the boomer strat going to Hyrule Castle like really early.
Oh. Alright. I understand now. Chad, I don't understand at all.
It's okay.
I need money for...
I don't either. Just pretend like we do. Yeah, he's got that bow from, you know, sequence breaking pod. If he sets up his...
He's jacked.
He's got, you know, he's got 3 bombs, so he's got at least 1 shot here at doing the whole Ancilla fake flipper.
Splash delete the entrance and Zora ledge.
Oh yeah, Telethar bringing up a good point. Yeah, that's it. Ancilla might be a little messed up here due to the Ice Armos fight. Also, this water is absolutely awful. I can't tell what's shallow or deep.
Alright.
Tenit getting her red cane in Paradox. Finding that chain.
God.
He's laughing about it.
This is like a case study of why you just don't play with this setting on, honestly.
Listen, the only time you're supposed to play with Palette Shuffle, Mystery, Inimizer, and then there is a case to be made for doors. That's it. That's the only times you use it. This is none of those. So, you know, there's no Inimizer. There's no reason to have Palette Shuffle.
I almost have a good idea of like a troll hack where like you have this as Zora area, but like every time you go in the water, you die. And then you change like how it looks too.
Sure.
And you have to find like the direction somewhere else.
All right, Solsky.
I'm gonna make a note of that one. Cat, make a note. Add it to my list. We're gonna see TR. Okay, it's quick. I don't know if we saw that earlier.
I don't have the ice big.
I don't think Andy scaled that earlier, actually.
He did not scout it.
Telethar. Hold on. Oh, drop. Oh, there's the Telethar drop.
Oh, and it's TR back. Let's go.
Telthar's like, see? I told you, dude.
It's not beatable unless the key's just here.
Oh, God. That's so funny, though.
I'm waiting for the key to just show up here, too.
It's funny how on one end you get Hyrule Castle, but on the other end you just get, like, Laser Bridge. It's classic. Classic keys.
Okay, key to this dungeon, so we're all safe now.
That's a sick find, honestly.
So,
yeah, Crystal Roller Big Key, let's go.
Thank God, I was really worried Tenit was gonna not have enough magic, but we, you know, we can traverse this and get to Crystal Roller.
They should have a green potion, I think. They have one of the bottles. I think it was a green one. But,
all right,
yeah.
Aga Tower 2 item, Garbo.
He doesn't want the map? What? Keep going. I can't believe he stopped.
But he'd need another key, my dude.
I can't believe he stopped.
It was the Helmasaur bomb pack, wasn't it? There's like nothing in the Helmasaur pack that's viable.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use Hook.
Shop would be super sick, to be honest.
Alright, just 20 bucks.
Kill that guy. Okay.
Not a terrible, like, back of TR. Still not very great, though. Maybe this next entrance is gonna have what we desire, which is the big key. Or the dam!
Saw Haunt and Dam at the same time. So Saha's at Hype Cave, and Dam is in the other cave. Got it. That's gross.
I have to go get the stinking stump guy.
Have either of them been back to GT? No, neither of them have been back to GT. So I feel like at this point, just like, you know, it's been an hour in, we've seen quite a bit of almost all the world, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the real big talking point is we see the frontier here from Tenant play.
Might not need besides that, so
It's basically when does Tenant go to pod, right? Because pod's locking in no short order. A GT small, pod big, a bow, a pod small. I think GT big. I think that was everything there. It's just cracked, right? So
we're missing. I'm missing where, but Tenant does have a pod key. Andy got one inside of pod from sequence breaking. So,
but think of it this way, right? You found only one pod small key. When do you go to pod, though?
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Like, you're gonna, if you're in her shoes, you got to bank that there's gonna be, one there, and you don't want to. Andy you could do Ice Palace here, man. Okay, well, Super Bunny top is a nice find.
I just don't see it happening for quite a while, honestly. Until I feel like at least 2 is a good draw to go back. But like if I'm still sitting at 1, my brain is like, yeah, there's no way. Like,
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's not appealing at all.
Yeah, and like we have ice on the table as well too, right? We have GT.
And then I need to find.
Got some good options out there.
Yeah, so Tenant basically just needs to, head up to Catfish area. But even that play is very unappealing without the glove. All right, we're gonna see if we're scuffed. We are. So I guess we're out of here. I'm kind of surprised, and like I said, I don't have his audio on in my headphones, but I'm surprised Andy did not just decide to full clear ice here. Maybe holding out for the big key?
So hold on. Andy's scuffed because of the Insilla, right?
Yes.
Can he just reset it by like blasting out the Red Cane?
I'm not sure about Red Cane. I'm pretty sure if Telethlar's still in chat, he'll say. But I know if you drown 3 bombs or something, it'll do it. But in his position, you can't drown 3 bombs from that ledge.
I'm pretty sure if you like spam Red Cane at the point where you'll start like dropping the beams, like that's where it'll reset, from what I remember.
The other way is just do a save and quit and then hit the reset button on your console.
Yeah.
You can drown bombs there. What do you do? Throw them in the water? Oh, Jim taught you? Jim is very smart.
There's probably a position where you can do it, yeah. I guess mirror works too, right? In a dungeon? But whatever. We're going off track now. Darkworld Hylia. I think this is the first time we're gonna see this.
Yeah, we do get Ice Rod Cave, so that is spicy.
Alright, I kind of want to go back to GT soon.
I think this is Andy's first trip over here too.
Is first trip for any of them?
No, well, I'm talking about this area. So when he mirrors for Light World, he'll get all 3 in one go.
But I'm saying we're seeing Dark World highlighted for the first time too. Mimic Cave, small key.
That's another pod.
God, it's a bad spot too.
Yeah.
And he's like, my bow's finally in logic. Sure is.
Oh God, Spike Cave. Like
having Spike Cave and Mimics side by side is such a meme. Like, let me tell you, it's like the quintessential to like overworld checks with hammer required.
Pretty much.
All right, so
and even though I guess it's not technically in logic because we don't have flippers.
What's technically not in logic? Oh,
the pod. Well, I'm at the pod situation. For Andy at least.
Yeah.
Some mire.
Ooh, because there's a lift rock. That's why. Okay, so now we found mire now. Okay.
Ooh, I don't really want to use.
That's another bad. Yeah, that's gonna be another bad kind of hole in the Swiss cheese, right, for Tenant? Because now it's like, when do I go back to that lift rock, right? I feel like it's when you do Hylia, but we'll see. Oh, do that. Wizrobe just giving it to Andy.
Giving him the business.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is fully clearable. You always want to come to Mire if possible with that big key first. So finding it in this order, I think, kind of ideal.
Yeah.
No real decision to be made.
Yeah, and you have smalls too, so you can just do the optimized key right here, just left to right. You don't have to really think about it. It's good.
Yeah, we're still pretty low on the dungeon counts. Just 1 pendant for Tenant. And 1 crystal for Andy at the hour 6 mark. That's kind of normal for CrossKeys. You know, CrossKeys, it's kind of like you never can finish a dungeon, suddenly you can finish them all. Saha, only 50 bucks for that green pendant turn in. So if you're in the Andy camp, that's good news. But he may end up, you know, getting that cleared anyway at some point.
I feel like with his knowledge, because he found Saha first, fees is probably gonna be lower on the priority, but we still don't know like what we know, right? And what's left. I think at this point, yeah. And that was like, is there any other dungeon? Just Hera remaining too, so.
Yeah, we gotta find Hera.
It's like Mire is open, like Hylia Island and Ice Rot or Ice Palace is open for entrances. Those are like the key ones that are coming to mind. Obviously, there's like the Pyramid Fairy bomb hole, but it's kind of a meme, right?
You know, we still have
locations, yeah.
Desert Mid is still on the table as far as like popping out somewhere, and
yeah,
the only really like point of interest left is the Mire area that, you know, we may need a connector to get to. So, you know, but there's not really a good time. Like, there's no incentive for either one of them right now. No small, no big. Like, there's no point going to desert.
I think at this point, it's just, you know, I have really nice viable options. Like Andy finding Mire is perfect, right? Like he's ecstatic. I know he's incredibly stoic about it, but he's like, oh, this is awesome. Because like now he has Mire. Then he has an Ice Palace follow-up. I think he has Ice Big. He does not, but he can still option it.
Yeah. That's his happy
or
face.
You flip the GT, right? Like it's just like, what do you do? And then pods a crystal. Do I just go to Helma, right? Like I want more pod smalls, but
right.
you have that option, right?
Well, another pod small.
Yeah. Now it's in logic. But yeah.
Tenit finally going to be checking the bomb hut here just to see Hotel Mario, as we call it.
Is that what you call it?
That's what a lot of people have called it. I've always been taught that's what it is. The Grassman house.
The grass? What?
It's the Grassman house. The Bushes Man, whatever, in Kakariko. That's the vanilla.
Oh, I thought it was like,
I don't know. I'm old, man. Stupid old memes that don't check out anymore. They didn't stick. But Tenit heading to the pod area, so this will be good for her. Gotta get that knowledge.
What's so funny, Dante?
And now we should have plenty of health.
Andy D's on that beam.
Oh, okay.
On that cane, so.
Nice.
Massive time loss, but this is the brother's house.
We've seen the connector. It leads
we have.
to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be a good find for Tenit. Gonna be able to get all of these off of her list.
Mm-hmm. Pretty standard Vidi fight for Andy.
Okay. Spike cave after this.
So I guess the only, I mean, crystal obviously required, but only major item potentially that pod key.
I could go check the back of pod and just leave it and leave behind 2 things.
Okay, I'm just listening to what Andy's talking about just to get his context. He's talking about maybe dipping back a pod. I'm actually shocked he's thinking about it. But again, it is an option, right? CrossKeys, you just have like, especially at this point, you're in the mid to late game, depending on how fast Seed's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have like option over option at this point, right? Like you've traveled the world, you know where the dungeons are. At this point, you know what you have. Now it's like that's where like the real decision making really comes into play. That can like make or break your race, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see where he goes next.
Dude, I don't know where to...
So yeah, the mountain cave, if he is going to pod, this, you know, this is kind of indicating he may be doing that.
He's like, I don't know where to go. It looks like he might be going to GT, actually. Is he? He's actually picking up the shield? Okay. Okay, never mind. Oh, he's going to Dark World. Okay.
This is a fun and interesting way to route this.
So I guess he is going to GT then, right? I don't really...
I think GT's a smart play. That's like... it's almost like a solid bet. Like, it's almost guaranteed he's going to get a pod key here, too. Just based off of what we have available. The only thing that could be any different, maybe an ice big, and then... You know, who knows? He might just hit go mode here, which would be really odd.
I think
except for Hera.
I think this is like the safest play that he can make out of all of them, right? Because like ice is good, but like you don't have that big key for the big chest, so I guess in terms of risk, there's that, and then pod is like quite frankly obvious, just with the lack of small keys, right? So he's talking about climbing. Don't do it. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's the throw up noise, Andy noise. There we go.
Climbing feels like a bit of a Hail Mary play right now.
Yeah,
like
it's very risky.
Got a crap ton of items here on the left side. Let's see what those are first before we start throwing up.
It's just a big time commitment to an entrance you know leads to nothing because you've already done back. Yeah, you could like score on it, but again, there's just a lot of good options out there, and a lot of them are better than that. I don't mind it, but it's just you got to figure out where you are in the race. And 113, I just don't think it's it right now.
Yeah, I mean, the climb isn't terrible, but I mean, just leveraging its bootless, it feels worse in that regard. Not only for time, but also for the execution aspect of it, because most people, you know, have the execution ingrained with the boots, as far as like, you know, from NMG and stuff. You know, Andy's one of those like older school players.
Yeah, but it's also classic CrossKeys, right? Like it's any play can be a big one, right? So
right.
It's just one of those things, like, you know, whether you want to do it or not, or like to do it. It's just at the end of the day, it's depends on where the items are end up gonna be, right? So.
Yeah. So we did get an ether medallion. That's 2 out of 3. May not need any of those this seed.
I don't think we've seen. Was TR either?
It was Quake. I think you said.
Quake, yeah.
But this is the last 4.
Oh yeah, because he didn't see it.
He didn't see it. Tenit is the one who saw it.
I was correcting myself.
Both armors. There's a shovel and $50. So, do we climb? We are not climbing. Yeah. Giving us a big old sniff, and then he is headed out. Tough spot here for Tenit, down to 2 hearts. Gonna pop that blue goo in this moth fight to stay alive. Gonna utilize the fire rod shots from a distance. Oh, I guess that is true. He was out of keys.
And this moth fight. Still going. I ain't hear no bell.
This is when it gets a little scurry.
This is where moth turns into like Gigamoth, and it moves like 9,000 miles per hour.
And slams you. I love that, but
like
I hate it.
It's like 1 or 2 phases away from it doing.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah. I think someone explained once why it does that, and it just like blew my mind. It's like, what?
I don't know why. I just know it does it. But nice job there.
There's like someone discovered there's like a specific reason why it does it in the code. I don't remember what it was.
It gets Solski levels of mad.
Something like that. Andy is going to leverage well for the first time here with that glove.
So there's another pod key.
Moldorm has an enraged as well. That actually makes sense because I'm pretty sure I've had Moldorm dick me before. Or it was like, what the hell was that?
There's a GT small, so climbing. Andy shaking his head.
More GT small, and I can logically full clear.
Yeah,
I'd probably still stay away from the climb. Yeah, I feel like I still stay away from the climb. Tenit is in pod though. I think you just called that out too, but
yeah, this is good for her. She's gonna get this bow and then get rewarded with a key and a big key too. So like, there's just so much.
Has she done shooter yet? I feel like she hasn't.
She did do shooter. That was our first sword.
Oh, gotcha.
That was our first sword.
You right. Oh yeah, I had that in there too.
Just gonna go to pod.
Pod was Andy says he's gonna go to pod.
I mean, this is like you could invest some really awful time. You got 4 keys, right? We've opened the front door. You do one of the really terrible back checks, and then you save scum a key if you have to. But like, it's so close to the start point. Like, this is when you consider that as maybe a viable option, not a guaranteed viable option. But
well, I will say ice is pretty much the exact same travel distance right now.
Yeah.
Again, this is just, I guess this is just kind of 2 schools of thought. I get the point that pod has more items. I probably just would risk ice over that. It's faster too, but because you can always find like another pod small there too and guarantee full clear, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, and Andy may have said this, but you just do everything here in the back, and then you have 1 key left, and then you can, if you hammer jump, and then you could just clear, and then the only thing you have left is vanilla big key.
Yeah, but what happens if that's the goods, right?
If that's the goods, you just get effed. So
here a small.
All right, there's our mushroom. We're fully kitted for Hera when we get there, so like we can do every last bit of it. Tenit gonna actually go to the back. Gonna get this done. Was that the big key to ice?
There's the big key to ice.
Probably feeling a little vindicated by that, so we'll see an ice play soon.
Andy. I hate you so much, Andy.
About to say, are we gonna get an accidental save and quit here?
No.
It's one of the most iconic clips.
I've done that a few times in Hera. I have Hera pot, though. That one stings, especially if you have to go hookshot side. Oh god, it's the worst.
All right, so nothing in the maze. Andy almost leaving, deciding. All right, so they're gonna both take the boss down. This is gonna be a crystal for them both.
Mushroom is really awkward right now.
So this is what I would do in Andy's spot, honestly, and I feel like it burns a little bit of time, but I'd probably just death warp, check that chest, and then just do helmet another time. But again, 2 schools of thoughts.
I mean, that's like playing really conservative, I think. You know.
Yeah. It's like, it's conservative, but it's also aggressive towards your clock, right? Like.
Oh yeah. It's conservative. It's just like being too thorough in a way. Are crystal requirements randomized? No, it is 7 to enter the GT Overworld entrance. We may not need that, as we see a piece of heart there on Helmasaur from Tenit, but we do get a second crystal. But it is 7 fast Ganon technically for this. It's just you've got to get all 7 crystals before Ganon's vulnerable. With GT being a randomized entrance, you can find GT at any given point.
I have an idea for a new tournament, Dante. Okay.
All right, lay it on me. I don't think we have enough Link to the Past tournaments, so I'm all for hearing about more.
Okay, so you know it's CrossKeys. You only have 5 crystals. You're thinking to myself, shit, I'm behind. You go ahead and you decide to drop down again anyways. Except it's not Ganon, it's Grimace, and he's asking you to tell it a story. You regale it with its finest tale, and then it just gives you a seed instead. And, you know, you're kind of screwed.
And then you have to play SMZ3 instead of CrossKeys.
Correct.
All right, perfect.
That is your punishment. That is your punishment. And then you choose.
All right, Andy in Helmasaur got 9 hits in, as indicated by the 2 extra holes in the mask. When we get to 17, it goes boom like that. Now you know.
I did not know that, actually. I just hit it till it dies.
You hit it till it dies, and it's dying as it explodes. I'm convinced every enemy in this game is an animatronic or of some sort, because they all explode instead of just like, you know, actually die. So it's like Five Nights at Freddy's, but worse.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
It was the only thing I could think of with animatronic. Solsky, give me a break.
I can check the
Tile room for Tenit.
CrossKeys, but it's actually randomized for Z1, Z2, and OOT. Pass. I'll wait for quad, thank you.
Z1, M1 win.
Z1, M1? Z1,
Yeah,
M1's the thing.
I know.
But the quad, though.
Ice Palace time for Andy. Gonna be full clearable. Don't have all the logical small keys, maybe. I think there's at least another one out there, but we're gonna be able to get everything, so it's not that big a deal. We got the big key too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay my cards on the table. I'm gonna be mad if there's something in this big chest. He's angry. Let's see what we got.
When are you not mad? All right, is this a pod key? No, it's a TR key. I was waiting for an extra pod key, and then we get the head shake.
Tuesdays. That's my answer.
Well, we should have had this race tomorrow. Then you wouldn't be mad.
Correct. Andy's going. Okay, yeah, he's hitting the switch. Got me worried.
We're going for the extra key.
We're going for the
All right, Tenit doing left side GT. Going to be a new check here on Andy's side. $50 ruse.
Yeah, Icebreaker's really changed the methodology on ice and like how you think about it too, right?
Mm-hmm. This used to just be like an abysmal idea.
I used to love going here. I used to love going here because everyone hated going here.
Right.
And like when it didn't pay out, it was like, well, I lost. But when it paid out, I was like, well, I won. Now it's like everyone just does it, right? So
Right.
I feel like, I guess we can get into an interesting conversation about this kind of stuff, right? But like, you know how I always hear people say, well, everyone's kind of good at rando. Well, I understand and I agree with that to an extent. I feel like with what we've allowed, we've kind of
boxed ourselves in.
Yeah, you've kind of narrowed it to the point where,
yeah,
I don't want to say it appears like that, but I feel like a lot of decision making got gimped, and it's almost like you had to invent like skips and gambles to kind of get around it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
whereas
these are the cards we've been dealt now.
Yeah, and before it used to be like, do I go to Swamp or do I go to Ice or do I even go to Hera? Now it's just like, these are no-brainer plays, right? So I think that's kind of like where I'm feeling on it. I'm like, I feel like that would probably be the only thing that I don't want to say wasn't considered when people like discussed about it, but
the dark times.
That's where I'm at now. But also that's with like, you know, foresight, right?
Yeah. Desert big key. All right, here, Solsky, are you gonna be mad?
If it's boots, okay, thank God.
Okay.
So desert big is good. Desert is a crystal. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hera is or TR is a crystal.
What is the red armor has turned this sprite like into Doug Dimmadome? It looks like.
Maybe find
Hera
and maybe
over on Tenet's side, just like I know
like
it's hair. Yeah, it looks like
Dimmadome. What you're talking about right now?
Yeah,
right?
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
What? Hold on. Who?
Come on, Solsky. I know you know about Fairly Odd Parents. If you don't, with the kiddo, you're going to eventually.
Paw Patrol is like the only thing my kiddo wants. Right?
Nice Cold Stare fight from Andy. Gonna get $300 and some crystal.
Okay, so
he'll go home and be like, Papu, 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 my Papu.
Yeah, I've grown to enjoy Paw Patrol as well, for one reason or another. I guess we do need Swamp Small. That's another thing. We have found Swamp. Tenit has found the dam. Andy still needs that. That's going to be on Dark Mountain East, bottom.
Go through Dark Old Man Cave for just Desert Boss, or we can.
I think that's it. Maybe TR. We don't know yet.
Maybe find the dam.
Ice Armos going well there for Tenit, and gonna get the 3 items in back. This is the connector Tenit popped out of, and I didn't see where. Oh, it's Hyrule Castle. Okay.
Check this real quick since this is the last.
So at this point, do you go out of Hyrule right? Yeah, I guess Andy does. This could take us to Meyer area.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, hunting connectors is probably.
Tenit doing a spicy play. I like this from Tenet's side. She doesn't have a glove, so this is kind of good. Gonna get what,
Andy?
4?
Okay, hold on. I need to just go back in Andy's spot real quick and just take a little bit of a screenshot there. I feel like that's the new emote. You'll hold on. I'll show you a sample. I'll show you the sampler. Let me just video this. CrossKeys week 3. Let's go back to that.
On Desert Ledge as well. That could be swamp.
Solski's doing the investigative reporting. So yeah, Tenit on the climb. Gonna have a little bit of execution ahead of her. And Andy gonna check desert mid here finally. Could be Meyer.
All right.
Solski's losing it.
All right.
I'm waiting for this.
You be the judge of this.
This will be Meyer area.
That's pretty good. All right, hang on. We're gonna do something with this.
Okay. So it might either
like
missing
chat, like I'm sure all of you watched The Simpsons, right? Yeah, like you've seen like those like Homer's had like 5 or 6 mug shots with the Springfield Police Department. Well, I mean, Andy just has his right now.
All right, we're gonna fix this.
Dante on screen.
We'll fix it. Don't worry.
I feel like I'm Jean-Luc Picard on screen.
Hang on, we got to get this lined up just right.
Are you gonna like put it over his face?
No, not quite. We'll just put it underneath it.
Dude, that'd be so hilarious because there's like body moves.
Big chest
It just moves onto the side and like, God. There it is. Yep. Perfection.
Where boot?
All right, desert big chest. Whole lot of nothing.
My DUI clients make that face. Wow.
Or like we might need the boots for an entrance.
You know, last time Andy made a joke about me owing him money when I made that emote for Solski, huh? I feel like if I make that emote, he's gonna be actually asking for royalty rates. I feel like we have a free trade agreement right now with him putting my stuff up on his YouTube, so I think it's fair game, personally. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Solski talking like actual logistics here, trying to justify it.
I did Solski, huh? All right, so I did Solski, huh? This is how the arms race happened, right? I did Solski, huh? Jesus, type it in, thank you. All right, and then Andy did basically Solski milk. All right, and now I got this on him, so I'm back in the lead. You know,
I'm back in the game, baby.
Back in the lead.
Andy,
they don't get a worse one about me.
Being in the back, Andy's in the back of desert. It's gonna be a new check, new boss. Tenit about to be at the goods of the GT climb through the gauntlet. Just has to get through a couple torch puzzles.
So this is the big play, right? Like this to me is like if you have boots up here plus go items, or either combination, you're probably like in the driver's seat for the rest of the seed. Because like at what point are you Andy and you go back up here, right? Like you have to like be pretty close out of checks.
Andy's kind of running out of checks. Bugnet and 20 bucks.
Oh yeah, Bugnet. Ooh. That's just the fake dramatics, guys. Don't worry.
If it was swordless and we had Aga access, then maybe.
The speak and spell can't unfortunately open up chests. All right, we're down to 1 item. We're gonna see Moldorm 1. Just info. Actually, that's really good. All right, so that's gonna tell Andy what go mode is. So that's gonna be really good to find.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Moldorm 2 down for Tenit.
We don't get. How gross is this?
Oh, it's the second glove. Okay.
Like in terms, we haven't seen Myra yet, right?
So yeah, no Meyer area. No. We haven't seen obviously the Ice Palace entrance. That could be a thing.
Where's the other glove? Where was the other glove?
It was in Hype Cave. This is actually going to incentivize maybe Tenit to go get that other glove. Hype
Cave was where though?
On the way to Catfish.
Oh, got it.
So that's spicy. That's very spicy.
Dante, can I make a request? Can you put a small picture of a glove near Andy's confused face, please? I feel like we're doing like a pictogram now. We see the shovel turning into powder. Okay, so bats now play. We found, I think we've seen bat drop, right? Yeah, we've seen it, so.
Yeah, powder going to be potentially huge. Andy has that shovel, just has not checked it.
So in the short term, like Titans for logic, it's, you know, hammer pegs, entrance, Smith purple chest. That's it. Like you can break Ice Palace, sure. Flute would be interesting to find at this point. Dandy did find Dam here, so that's good for him. He needs that. Did he check? Hera is a pendant, so we know TR is the last crystal.
Finding Dam is off of my go mode list.
Yeah, so we do need the big.
So now we know what go mode is. Swamp small, flippers, and TR big. At least within terms of... There it is.
Doing it live. There it is.
But it could be more items, right? Like it could be boots, could be a flute. We'll have to wait and see. The extra glove just at that point angers me.
Yeah, it's just
for lack of a better term. Like that's a
not
really
a lot. Yeah, it's in a terrible spot. So hammer pegs is available, smith chain.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, this is kind of boring in terms of CrossKeys, but now it's like, yeah, this is the good shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I came to see.
And obviously, fully logical. We got all 4 GT smalls.
Okay.
You're at 134 too, right? Like, Andy's position, what he has 5 crystals. Tenit has. I'm just trying to look at this tracker 2. We'll have 3 shortly.
Logic now.
But like, obviously has like the climb under her belt, right? So there's like a little bit of time bleed there, but that's fine.
Can check.
I'm invested to see if this glove turns into mitts and it turns into someone else at this point.
Well, see, you're also wondering, you know, where the heck are these boots? Because you got that one big key outlying on the top of Dark Death Mountain. That's, you know, and you're looking at Andy's here. It could be Eastern or TR. Like, that's 50-50 shot at your go mode.
Well, looking at this, you have that, but also we haven't found Hera yet, right?
Yeah, and that's probably behind,
like,
it's behind minutes.
Well, I don't think we've seen a connector, or we've seen all the connectors, so I don't believe we have access to Meyer outside of Flute at this point. Is my guess.
So yeah,
I feel like we've seen.
We don't have cave.
Well, we haven't seen the open. We haven't seen the open cave yet, right?
The open.
The fairy cave. Yeah, the fairy one. The light world, like the light cave, I call it, or the fairy cave, right?
In where?
So that'd be Death Mountain. In vanilla. You know the one that has the 2 fairies in the pots, and then in the other entrance you can just drop right down.
Fairy, you're talking about Fairy Ascension Cave?
Yeah.
Or whatever. No, we've seen that. We've seen both ends.
Yeah.
That was back at Skullwoods to Mimic.
Then
the only
one we haven't seen is Bumper. Then
right, we've seen Bumper lower, not Bumper upper.
Right. So that's like key to find out. God, this watercolor is triggering me.
Tenit gonna be not. Or going to be clearing this without the big key, but that's going to be okay for her.
Mm-hmm.
GT Climb and Thieves Town both have 4 items, I guess. Sahash will
Andy is him and hawing between GT Climb and Thieves Town. He doesn't have much left. I will call out.
Yeah, you're man, it's tough.
I think he's going, regardless, he's going towards either or.
The problem is that if I do,
He's gonna check out Bat first.
Is not super accessible. It's just slow to get back to Village of Outcasts. So I'm like,
All right, Magic Bat, just a piece of heart, no value there.
Efficiency.
You know, all things considered, as much trash as we found, I mean, we're only at 12 and 13 hearts. Kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Witch Hut gonna be the flute. There's our Meyer access because we know where that glove is. But now Andy's like, where the heck's my other glove, dude?
Mushroom was at, God, where was it?
Does this help?
It was a dungeon. Which one was it?
Was that? It was in back of pod, so that's really bad for Tenit.
Yeah, it was. I feel like, yeah, at this point, it's pretty crystal clear. It's going to be Meyer area, like Hera, and then probably remainder of the game at this point. There's not much left. That's, of course, is going to open up desert area as well, so we're talking a ton of locations at that point. Plus, obviously, Smith's Purple Chest then as extras, and then if you feel spicy, you can, like, again, like, break Ice Palace. You got Hammer Pegs as a location, right?
I'm assuming, since I can't hear him, this is the Thieves Town play because of the route he's taking. This will put him right near Thieves Town. He'll be able to pop in.
I think so.
Yeah, because he's just going to hang a right, and then he'll go to Thieves, yeah. Tenit going to be getting her mitts. And then
so I'll
check Catfish.
It'll be interesting to see, like, if the seed's nice and it just places it in a non.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Dude, you know what we're not considering?
No. Tenit is not going to get mints.
We need the flippers, dude.
That's the only.
Yeah. You caught that, right?
Yeah, she came over here not getting mitts, but gonna get the.
Yeah.
The well.
That's probably a oh shit kind of detour, you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh well, that's right.
Yeah, this has been here. I hope it doesn't screw me.
Yeah.
Now getting the pod key here, I think there was a second one in here. That might push her back there. Because it's so close to that save and quit point.
And spit out of all of the Boots entrances except for one.
I think there's only the one.
So Boots doesn't really open up entrances.
Yeah, there's only the one.
It'll probably get me the Turtle Rock.
I remember Andy talk about
nice thing with that is that
GT Climb or full access GT with that one key.
Knock both of those out. Back to back. Thieves Town Big Chest or Turtle Rock Big Chest kind of gets owned.
All right, you could Kern jump over here. I don't know how that feels because I'm Kern jump like illiterate, so I just win or lose. I live by the sword, die by the sword, guys. I just like win or lose CrossKeys Seas by not knowing how to do it. So I like know. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get Kern jump here. I kind of know the basics of it. I just don't know the execution. Right? I don't have the mechanics behind it.
She gets it done on the second try. Nicely done.
Nice. Yeah, you want to talk about boomers? I am a boomer in this game.
Ooh, spicy.
I remember that got found out, and then I instantly like deployed it in the old Plando tournament. That was a disgusting tournament.
That was like the piss me off era of rando, right? Because that was like you found like 5 different techs at once. I was like, I'm just gonna learn Icebreaker and Diver Down. That's it.
Yeah.
All these, because like at that time, what like you found that, and then you found like the pyramid to castle tower clip where if you use like the right cane block, you'd be able to bounce yourself in.
Yeah.
Right. Or like you'd fairy revive in or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I think it was both, but yeah, it was just like a crazy couple of months. I was like, yeah, I'm like passes. Let's just
not about it.
Yeah.
So Tenit is, or does have, her mitts now.
We see there's a hurricane on
The map, yeah, that's the Doug Dimicane.
Big chest left, but that's also really awkward. I have to drop
what?
and unlock.
I don't know, man. I was trying to make a Dimmadome joke. It went south.
So
Who the hell is Dimmadome?
All right, Andy into phase 2 of Blind. Grabbing the wall for good luck. Cleaning off the sweaty hands for the sweaty gamer.
Climb GT. I don't have to beat it.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is true. Skullwood's big chest is available to us.
Mirror Skullwood's big chest. And then I
As Andy's just talking about it right now.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't really have much else to do after that.
Andy's just calling out that he doesn't have much to do, which isn't surprising. Like, he has this, he has GT Climb, he has Skull Big, as he mentioned. Green Pendant Cash In. His options are, like, super limited, right? You don't have Eastern Bay, you can't leverage that. You don't have hero locations because you burned all the locations out. So yeah, he's pretty much just gonna chain in. I think he's just gonna do GT Climb.
Yeah, here we
Just
go.
kidding. Yeah.
It's climb time.
Can't wait for the Keck W when he finds the mitts. He's like, oh my god, that's so gross. That's what he's gonna say.
I mean, that's going to give us the, you know, that's going to kind of resolve everything. Give us the Mire access and then give us probably the last pieces of Go mode.
Mitts late is so annoying though. Like, it might feed into boots late too, and then it's just like, what location do I go to, right? Like, I know you're gonna find it in a finite amount of time, but that's kind of like the one last bad dice roll I find is the super late mitts. At least at this point, it's super obvious that that's required. But like, if you weren't in this position, you had a couple more locations left, I'd probably feel real bad about finding those mitts. So.
Yeah.
In his case, he's gonna like it, but yeah. Could be a late mirror seed. Yeah, it could be one or the other, right?
CrossKey seeds always have a way of like biting back. You know, like we got the mirror really early. We had decent save and quit points. We got Pearl early, and then now we're bootsless at the hour 45 mark.
I just feel like by the time you've carved your path, like especially if you find like say a combination of like, you know, like mirror boots, right? Like then it's just like, okay, this really sucks.
Yeah.
Time for route Omega. Like,
this gauntlet G5 not going to plan for Andy.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was looking up or down on the live feed at that point. Like, what's happening, man?
Tenit cleaning up last few checks here on the mountain.
Hey, do you know if this cast has catering?
It does not have catering.
Yeah.
We are all out.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say buffet after, but like no catering. Okay.
We do Fogo de Chao afterwards. It's the after party.
Sir Ape just tweeted Pog. Stardew Valley update. Pog.
Let's go. All right, what's Tenet's next play? Because we need her to go back to Pod.
I have plenty of magic.
But that's probably very low on her priority list. She's got Desert back she could do. She could find Mire? Where was Mire?
Don't need this small key.
Oh, that's at the Lift Rock at Flute 8, so... Isolated entrance, not very appealing to go back to. Alright, just Moldrum 2, and then Andy will be getting his mitts.
This is where you like feel like shit for doing the climb. By the way, you're just like,
Yeah.
Ah, man, this sucks. Why did I do this? And then you're gonna find Mitts, and you're like,
All right, what's he
laughing.
gonna say?
hold on, shh.
Oh, all right. I still think I want to just
Okay.
skull.
All right, I guess we're
Yeah, he's gonna go to Skull Cleanup.
makes
Super
sense.
safe. Yeah, gross. Yeah.
There's a lot of single chest engines left. Plus,
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna find this Hera, this figurative Hera. I assume it exists, but we'll probably find it. In the Mire area, though it could be here at this hammer peg entrance. This is actually a new check from Tenit, so
the drop down that connects the.
I eagerly await this. If this is Hera, this could be big.
So.
It's not Hera, but it is an item.
Yeah, it is an item cave.
Nice.
Also big.
There's one of the hearts we were looking for.
Oh my god.
See, this is what I'm saying is like you get like multiple
Right,
items at once, and it's like, well, this
that's
sucks.
Bombos tablets, ether tablets, Smith chain. Smith
Well, it has flute now though, so getting to these is like trivial. It's just the decision making now, and the decision making is obviously desert. So.
Yeah. There's that
we
small
are gonna
key.
see-
Could be
we are
swamp.
gonna see- Yeah, it's true. Smith's purple chest coming up. Yeah, I probably prefer to find that small key over flips at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Oh.
Still have Sahasrah, can't forget. Oh wow, it's my last pod small. How nice.
So it was Pod.
Can't wait for pod big key.
Great.
To be the answer.
Remember that chest that we were talking about getting boned by, Solsky, that you said we should play very safe?
Which one's that?
The vanilla big key chest in Pod.
Yeah. You just got a 6 pod key. All right,
We
gotcha.
got Mire Shed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, man. Boop spot there. You're gonna be like,
My
you know
last
what?
remaining multi-hit chest.
I see again, like you said, it's like super ultra conservative. I get it both schools, so I understand why you want to go to the boss.
Yeah, if it's like required, then it's huge.
I just like it because pod is so close to a warp, right? Like Old Man Warp is right there.
Already have done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sacking a minute, but like, what's a minute in relation to a third pod dip at that point, right?
So this is good for Tenit, though. So Tenit's going to get to go to Mire and get the Smith at the same time. If it's Boots, that could be very, very good.
Still missing Spiral.
Just to give a little bit of speed back to her.
Dude,
Oh,
that
no.
is well, it's not that bad.
That's still trash, dude. But that's another connector, but now we don't care about those.
Well, in terms of like where he's at now in the seed, it's just not bad. Like if it was an hour or 10 in, I don't have that flute and it's a long way there. Yeah. Smith is just the red root, unfortunately. So we have Mire entry now from Tenit. We still do not see Hera.
We do have
And
2
he's
more
thinking of
entrances.
And he's thinking it's only a matter of time. I've got you now. I think the funniest place it could be now is Ice Rock Cave, personally, but we'll see. There's the other bumper cave, so Cape could get us here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it can't. That's just the top.
Yeah.
So that was not a thing.
Sky Island.
So yeah, all the connectors are dead. So that officially confirms Titans are required to get here.
Dude, this Mire area is trash.
Where are they?
And he's sounding like Batman now. Where are they?
Hammer pegs.
Where are the others are going?
Entrance is viable now.
Where are my
I
boots?
don't know if I can open it or not. I never looked.
Probably here in
You know,
Spiral.
your regulars are probably like, never invite Solsky to do a cast with you again, please.
No, it's fine. I have like
Well,
two
it's
regulars.
fine that you don't want me anymore?
No,
What?
it's fine. No, you're gonna be here forever and ever and always.
Good. Excellent.
What's a gamer got to do to get a sub 2 CrossKeys Tournament seed?
Smoldorm. Dodging the hook.
It's like you have iframes on one end.
Oh, there's the big key to TR. You don't want to see that right now, I don't think. Because like, so you do the boss, right? And then, okay, so so Spiral pops you out up there. Fantastic.
That's fine. Was there anything on Lonely Island? I guess not. I didn't see it was on Lonely Island, but
It's garbage. It was like 10 arrows.
okay, so we're done there. He has Ether availability here too. He wants this entrance though.
He's still.
Andy? He doesn't have Quake. That's right.
Dude.
I would do Ether here, but that's fine.
So we still need flippers, and we still need a swamp small.
Yeah.
All right, so now Boots is actually a question mark.
I mean, yeah, flips could be on Trinex here. Andy's gonna get this big chest because that's big chest and the boss are like the last two he has.
So I feel like this seat's told us two things in the last 10 minutes. Is that not to spoil anything for anyone, but anything Boots is a question mark. That is correct. It could lead to Hera, but it's almost like it's getting to the point where Swamp's just gonna be go mode. Because it's either one or the other at this point. Like it's flippers or the small key.
Yeah, there's gonna be no decision making in Swamp.
Yeah, and like worst case, like I don't know. You just know there's gonna be none there. You're just there. That's it. I think the only thing that it could be in some kind of master troll is like you get Swamp to first chest being Boots, and then that's Hera for Swamp small kind of thing. But that's like the SG chat flowing through my veins. That is poisoned me at this point, you know. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't grieve for me. It's okay.
I won't grieve for you. I just grimace every time you say it.
Ether
sure
Tablet's
did.
really the only big isolated one. So there's basically no reason I have to.
Yeah, so it was kind of a snoozer for seed, but now it's kind of interesting at the end.
Yeah, Andy doesn't have too much left. Tenet's kind of running out of checks as well. You're just kind of catching up. The flute is going to be on Mushroom, which is back of Pod. So Tenet chose to collect the crystal in Pod while she was there, and just has some keys now, but really just needs a reason to go back to Pod. And I think she is running low on checks because she's done ice, and we might see her go back there sooner than later, but we may see purple chest first. That could be an out for her.
We haven't seen, what is it? To my notes, Ice Rock Cave or Ice Palace, Hylia Islands, Waterfall Cave.
Correct.
And then TR.
You're talking
Quake Lock.
entrances. Yeah, we haven't seen those.
Blue locked, obviously, in the Fatberry location.
Oh, well, there's flippers. I think you have to just dive Swamp for chest one here and just hope.
I think that's smart too. Because you have Flute, it's a pretty quick in. You can also elect to chain that with Bombos if you're feeling spicy. I'd probably just maybe do Swamp real quick.
I got a real dumb question though. Has either runner checked this item? Okay, it's just green rupee.
Yeah,
I was like, we've drained the dam, but I hadn't seen anybody do it.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I don't know. I think Tenit has because she took the Smith down, but
okay, yeah,
you're wrong.
All right,
I think this is the right play here. Just check it real quick. If it's here,
yeah, because if it's here, you're go mode and it's all done, but not the case. So gotta go back. Question is where? Vidikill for Tenit. That's gonna be Crystal 4 for her.
This is 8. This is an easy call.
If it's not like
Yeah,
probably
probably Hera.
the 2. Yeah, this is probably the 2, and then you go to Waterfall. But yeah, I feel Hera is probably gonna be these three.
Never doing.
I mean, there is the chance Hera is behind GT.
This just kind of sucks. Like,
Have we seen all the big item caves and everything like that? I think we have.
The big ones,
We might
yes.
be missing. I think we're missing 1-2 chest cave though. Maybe. I know we've seen one. I don't think we've seen the other.
Alright.
And there's Hera.
show
Okay,
me a
so is
small-
Ice
small
Palace.
key, baby. Show me the
Hera
show
Swamp
me the-
or Ice Palace.
Small key, this is what you want to see. It is not the swamp
it.
small.
Did Andy grab the small on Desert Ledge?
He did. That was another pod key. So
Okay, so
that's
he checked
what
on
I was
this one?
saying. Yeah,
so he
that's
did.
what I was saying.
Okay.
We might have to go back to pod. Speaking of pod, Tenit is there. This is good for her.
Good stuff.
Getting some bread pot action.
I feel like if you found Eastern Big here, as I see in chat, Swamp Small and Ped. I feel like if you find Eastern Big, that's the tell to just go for Ped.
Well,
Like Eastern Big Chest or Armos could have it, but at that point, I'm just like, yeah.
yeah.
I don't even pre-skid at that point. Just go in.
At least I get some of this time.
Well, we know
back.
the Eastern Big,
Haha.
the Eastern Big key is behind Boots because we know there is one big key behind Boots as
Alright,
Andy
where's the
falls.
Silver's time save?
Can't believe this guy.
I like. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt, but Andy just made a meme joke. He's like, "Oh, I got some of this
Do I
silvers.
do base?
Time back for silvers, aha!" And then he falls in the pit.
Do I
And he's
do
like, "Oh."
Air basement for last vacation.
So he's being a dick about it, and then he fell in the pit. That was hilarious. Continue.
But no, like I'm just kind of spouting off things that we could still do. Tenit does have mushrooms, so we need her to turn that in ASAP. Moldorm is down 300 bucks. So I don't know, man. There's no reason to skip Hera basement here. You just do it. And if it's Quake, then it's a terrible situation.
Mm-hmm. You have either to chain. Like I'm just
And this
kind of thinking. This sucks. Andy, just check Waterfall Cave, please.
We haven't seen Hobo
we haven't
either.
seen Hobo? Oh god. I don't think either have done it actually. It's kind of crazy. CrossKeys, some people I do actually still see do Hobo early. I don't know.
I was wondering how he was walking on water because I didn't see the shallow water.
What's shallow water? It's just a sea of poop, right? Like
I
made into
know.
a poop mound, dude. He's finding all those hearts you're wondering about. So that's
Yeah, we're gonna hit the 20 heart dream.
good. Yes, this is kind of hot garb, huh?
This is trash.
It's kind of hot garb at this point.
Okay, so
Time wise, it's not that bad, honestly. I feel like I'm being a prima donna about it. It's almost 2 hours. That's not bad.
I have Hera basement.
Considering no
It-
boots,
it-
absolutely. Tenit gonna get the bomb jump, get 300 bucks out of the big chest. Gonna get another bottle for her troubles here. All right,
More poop
this
now I'm walking.
this better be an exciting item. That's
It is not
very
an item.
exciting.
Okay, I only have one more entrance available for me.
You sure do. And you have 2 items available, Andy. This is why I was like thinking out loud about do I do Bombos as well? But I feel like with Swamp just accessible. He made the right call.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I do agree though. Like we haven't seen either tablet, either tablet. So we should do. I don't know. They're becoming higher and higher probability the longer we go.
You know what happens when he finds those boots, right?
Come again?
You know what happens if he finds boots, right?
We dive Eastern with that big key. We go get it, and then we beat
Yeah,
Eastern and go pull
The
pin.
library big key, dude. On that Death Mountain. Oh, he's gonna do Smith's purple chest. Okay.
Yeah, purple chest still at large. Tenit did.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
He's gonna.
He's doing hand pegs.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. He's probably
He's
gonna
not
do
doing
hand
pegs.
pegs with purple chest.
Oh, never
if
mind.
this doesn't pan out. Yeah,
Got it.
it's a good spot to leave the portal. Honestly,
Why do all my races come down to this, dude? It's only the
Why do all my races come down to this?
usual.
It's like the 7 stages of rando, guys. He's at anger right now.
I think it's this one.
What was it? What was it? There's like anger and there's another one. God.
Acceptance.
No, it's not necessarily acceptance. It was like, what was it?
Grief. That's another
It
one.
was like deflection or whatever it was. Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, denial.
Oh, deny.
Denial. Yep. Shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, and hope, processing, grief. Andy's gonna go through all 7 of those within the next 3 minutes.
Probably so.
Enjoy.
We are getting the ether tablet check here. This is good.
Once he finds go mode, acceptance is hope, and then he processes grief. That he just played another randomizer, and then the cycle continues. Dante, I need to pose a question to you. Would you do your 9 to 5, or would you play randomizers all day if you got paid?
Oh, dude, I don't know. That's a big obligation. Sometimes my 9 to 5 is very cushy. Sometimes it's very stressful. Randomizer, the more you do it,
job?
yeah, the more you do it, the more annoying it can be.
Oh yeah.
You know, I might sprinkle in some like Iron Mon or something. Maybe some Link Between Worlds rando and just to spice it up.
I think that's just like any game. It's so rare to get into a game that you can just like carry for years.
Yeah,
I've
for
only had
sure.
a few of those in my life, and even some of those have outgrown, right? So
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm really surprised I'm still playing rhythm like dance games for, you know, going on almost 20 years, as we see.
you are still allowed to step mania. That was not part of the rules. He is not. No step mania. Only randomizers.
All right, that is my
Unless there's a
last
step
available
mania
entrant
randomizer,
without
in which
Wait.
I pray for your hips.
Certain games have shuffle of the arrows, and they kind of randomize them, so it's kind of a thing. But
Yeah,
Crystal here for Tenit. That's gonna be number 5. I know, guys. I need to do another rando on a dance pad and suffer through Moldorm 1 again.
I like how we like rated you, and then it was like all of a sudden it was like you falling on Moldorm, dude.
I was so mad, dude. We beat Moldorm, got so happy, it just dashed off the ledge.
Oh my god! It was like perfect timing. Like, oh, thank God we got here in time.
Perfect. All right, gonna get the $50.
And he's just having a chuckle giggle, you know.
What does Andy have left besides these two? Oh yeah, Pod Vanilla Big Key. That's gonna be where boots are.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
So, all right, Solsky, if you were to get the boots at the Vanilla Big Key chest, do you just not do Helma and pray for another Pod Big or Pod Small?
Well, how many keys would I have at that point? 3 or 4?
Swamp is right here.
Whatever he had.
Do you want to give me the swamp?
I would have had 4, I think, at that point. I still probably
right
do
here.
that. If I could get boots, I keep them.
And then you just hope for a 5th one?
Yeah. If I've gotten 4 that easy, I'm sure I'll run into 5. And at that point, I would still have quite a bit to do, so I wouldn't be too upset about it.
We can hope. All right, Bombo's tablet.
Sucks, but I would just want the speed, honestly.
The speed would be good. It's red. It's not boots, but that literally leaves Pod, I think. I think he's out of options.
Why?
I'm... has he done Hera? Or he's done Ether, right?
Yeah. Oh, Tenet's going back into ice. For that big chest. That's unfortunate.
Well, Tenet's also very low on options too, right? Like,
yeah.
At this point, you're like, where is what I need, right?
Oh, apparently we didn't do Hera Basement. I'm a little surprised.
I can just feel this L in my bones, dude.
I can feel this L in my bones. Lol.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. I feel like this is me every time I race CrossKeys anyways. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Hey, I won by 30 minutes score. Or, yeah, I lost by 45. So, Hera Basement. And you said you checked Ether, so Hera Basement.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. My memory banks. memory banks
If it's
complete.
not here,
Hair basement.
what do I do?
Yeah, this is.
He's like,
It-
if it's not here, what do I do?
What do I do? Yeah.
We discuss with the admins what we do next.
It's Quake to get to TR entrance for checkerboard. I don't think we've seen checkerboard. Yeah, that'll take
We
us.
have seen checkerboard. Checkerboard, we have
Oh.
seen it was a connector. It was the top of bumper.
No. I mean like the item cave, the underworld checkerboard.
No, I think we've seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't get Eastern Big Key. We know
Yeah, it was like a rupee. A rupee, and we see the big chest and ice reveal, just the arrows.
We can't finish desert. We don't have the smoke.
And he's going through the options while he's regretting playing this seed.
This is really like on the competitive side where you just really hate everything. Like,
Arrow will be done.
Hey, well, maybe you shouldn't have named his file name Solski Sue then. You know.
This might have to be like Boots, Desert Small, or Swamp Small.
possibly.
I don't
All
know.
right.
Listing
Is
out the
this the
options.
boots?
There's no way it's not small for swamp, just for item density. There's no way, right?
There it is. Swamp
Yeah.
small.
You have to know at that point it's gonna be swamp small, just like math wise. There's no way,
He's
especially
got-
with 100% item.
He's
Yeah,
got that
I
look
kinda-
of I should have just stayed at the gym.
I honestly, I kind of feel like 100% item availability does this. Like,
'Cause
I've kind of noticed, at least with my seeds, at least now I'm seeing one.
Chose to
It's
not
kind of like,
use the
oh
basement.
shit, this is like the same stuff I'm going through. Awesome. Sucks.
Yeah.
And you don't really realize that's gonna happen until you kind of do it. I don't know. Hair basement's been something so often lately. I'm taking the note now. I'm gonna use it and use that to my advantage. My next.
It's one of
match.
those hot spots, right?
Okay, I'm only gonna check stuff on the way for Boots.
So technically, I think we don't need that flute. Is that right? Or did we get our TR big?
We
over
100%. Did we need the flute?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
From Hera Base
No.
2 seeds, or the seed I did earlier this afternoon.
I'm trying to think where Andy got TR big.
I don't have
Tenit still does not have that, but
You're big to flips.
I know Hera Basement had Thief.
Oh,
big
yes.
Because Trinex had
earlier, that was
flips.
my go mode.
Flute was required. Correct.
got it.
Because TR was Spiral Cave. Correct. Yeah. Chat, I agree. Dante, get him.
I mean, it's been 2 hours. I'm losing my
Oh,
focus.
man.
Andy, check donut.
He's
No,
gotta be in here, bro.
check donut. I
Just-
can't believe not checking donut.
Let's just be here. Let me dash for 15 seconds.
He's like, oh, Boots got to be here. You know what? I put Boots in donut. There we go. And he's not going to check it. Boots are in donut. Confirmed.
Well, there's Quake.
Yeah, there's your Boots. Go get him, Andy.
Oh, they're gonna be in
Just
the
go up to
house,
TR.
Rock entrance.
He's going to get him at, like, Argus. It's going to be hilarious, honestly.
Well, there's the Eastern
remember-
Compass.
Let me dash on game,
I remember
video
seeing
game. Come on.
Bentizi get them
Come on, man.
at Moldorm 2 once, and he just, like,
Jones
fucking
and
died
some
at the end of a seed.
I mean, I would. I'd want to.
He's like, holy shit, this is so terrible. I don't blame him.
Yeah, we're at the bargaining portion, as Shadow was saying. All right, well, this will be Crystal 7 for Andy. Tenit getting the book, and unfortunately going to be, I guess, potentially chasing that. That could be one of those red herrings she could have avoided.
Why video game? Why?
All right, Ganon was where? Was that in Kakariko?
What's that, sir?
Chat, help me out. Where was Ganon?
Oh, I never even marked it. It's a guessing game now. Chat, get your guesses in chat. It's a little game we like to play on this channel.
Where's Ganon? Ask
no,
ask for
we'll
directions.
Close the vote. We'll close the poll as soon as Andy drops down to Ganon. You have 6 seconds. And the poll is closed. All right. All right. Today Ganon is at the fairy drop down. Congratulations to the first guesser. We win. Tell them what, Dante, tell them what the chat has won today.
The whole, I don't know, dude. Some Ganon. Some bootsless Ganon. So the 1-in-1's nigh impossible.
Yes.
We did get a 2-in-1 there, so that was kind of nice. In phase 3. Then it froze for a little bit, but looks like we are recovering. Oh, gotta be a little careful there. Almost walking into Ganon, but
he knows what he's doing.
yeah, get the GGs in chat for Andy. Gonna
end my suffering. 213 seed. End my suffering. You know what? Just don't skip Hera Basement. You know what I mean?
All right, we survived.
We survived. Chat
Not
room,
terrible.
we did it! Oh my god.
Fuck this game.
Did you hear what he just said, chat?
It's so mad.
How close is this? I don't know.
My man's about to fix up like an old-fashioned after this.
Yeah, he just needs to pour a tall one.
My opponent is looking for Swamp Small. Oh, and Turtle Rock Big. From Spiral. They don't have their flute yet. They haven't turned in the mushroom. Just looking for flippers. Okay.
It would have been kind of funny if Spiral was actually Desert Main.
It would have. Yeah.
Because then the glove and the climb, the flute would have never mattered.
The book would have had value that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only entrance we haven't seen outside of Ganon's Tower, obviously, is the boot checks. The Fat Fairy, obviously. TR. Yeah, there wasn't much left.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Left. Oh, man.
Do you usually do interviews or no?
I haven't in the past, but if Andy wants to come in, I'll see if he wants to interview. Oh, I'm hidden from him. Hang on, I'll hook him up.
I'll handle the intro.
All right, we found him.
Hey, Andy.
Hey.
Dante's gonna give you a bit of a back rub. I'm gonna start off the interview. First question I have for you. I'm going to show you a picture, okay? And I want you to tell me.
Is it the one on the restream?
It is not the one on the restream. It is a higher quality version of that picture. That was you when you were like, what? That was when you came out of Mimic Cave exit, and you were like, trying to figure it out because the sprite changed, like the palette swap. You're like, huh? So, kind of trash at the end. It was a bit of a snoozer, and then all of a sudden it was like, what? You needed to climb GT for a glove. You had to cash in a mushroom at back pod for your flute, and then TR big there, and then the swamp small and hair small in the basement. It was kind of trash.
Couldn't even give me the victory boots on Argus.
I know, it was lovely. It was delicious. Chat loved it. Pod like being so stacked at the start was crazy too, right? Like the start just seemed weird. Then pod having all that value seemed illegal, and then it was like, I don't know. Tell us your thoughts.
This was like the scariest opening to a tournament race. Sequence break the mountain to get mirror. Use my mirror behind a rock to get my moon pearl. I'm just like at 11 minutes. I'm like, oh no. This is where like I pick left and my opponent picks right and I lose by 45 minutes kind of seed. But
yeah.
I don't know, it was it wasn't too bad. The glove was, I don't even remember where the first glove was anymore.
So your first glove was on the way to Catfish in like that.
Oh yeah, it
Dark
was
Witch Hut?
Dark Witch Hut. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tenet's first glove actually was your
Was
miss.
it the GT climb?
GT
one?
climb,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, I wasn't touching that until I got a fourth key. It was just so awkward to get around anywhere with the glove. Like that glove location wasn't even that bad in the grand scheme of things, but there's just like no reason to go over there. We needed the hammer.
Right.
But man, one of these days I'll get a don't full clear the video game seed in this tournament.
So Solsky was saying that has something to do with this whole like 100% locations versus 100% inventory. Do you have any strong opinions on that?
I don't think that changes anything.
Andy, all my seeds have been dang. So either you have like SM by handpicking 400 seeds for this tournament, or it's got to be the logic change, all right? I'm just putting that out there. There's zero chance there's this many content seeds out there. It's we must struggle. Funny, the funny angry man can't find the item at the end. You know what I mean? He knows what he means, chat.
What are the times? T-Stu got a 234 earlier today.
And like that, it's like classic CrossKeys too in the tournament. Like you're seeing times of like 140 and like for the love of Christ, why can't I get this seed, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, I know, Andy, it's okay.
Yeah, Ari had a 140 earlier today, I think, but he also had he also had boots, so
yeah. So we had the fun video game today. Okay.
This was a slog. I'm just glad I was like waiting to just like lose as I'm like doing my checks and not getting a swamp small key. I was like, dude, it's gonna be a repeat of week 1 where I pull my go mode key as my opponent finishes when I have like 2 checks left in the whole game. But
so
it didn't happen.
I do want to ask, was there any big reason that you decided to bail on Hera Basement the first time you were there? Like, there was so little left, I just assumed you'd do it right then and there.
It was probably the slowest of my remaining checks left. If I didn't have the flute, I'd probably do it. But I just wanted to do everything else and not Hera Basement. I had my practice race today had go mode Hera Basement, I think. So I was like, it's not going to be that twice in a row, right? Right?
Yeah, even Shadow was saying like it's had so many things for him lately too. So Yeah.
I guess in this mode, you just check the basement. Hope for the best.
Don't skip anything. Skipping's illegal. The council has spoken.
All right.
Thoughts, Dante, on the council?
Can I plead the fifth?
Yeah, this was a rough one. I'm glad we came out with a W.
Yeah, that'll put you at 2-1. I guess this is kind of week 4 of the Swiss is really when things start to get a little spicy, like shaking things up a good bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how does the format of this work again? Like if you, well, I think you said this at one point, if you have 2 losses, you're in a play-in race at the end of the Swiss?
Yep. 6 and 2 is in a play-in for brackets. Anything worse is not in, and 7 and 1 and 8 and 0 are automatic ins.
Hmm.
So you're saying I still have a chance? Nice.
Oh baby.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some small name runners at 2 and 1 right now, like Wall Kicks and Scholzer. So yeah, 2 and 1's gonna be a bloodbath.
I mean, 2-1. You had the scenario this week of the 2-0 runners, like you mentioned Scholzer, and I think he was up against Ramon. So like whoever comes out of that, like you just don't want to see in 2-1 at all.
Yep.
So that was my strategy: is to sandbag to 1 and 2, and then just kind of coast to the play-in race. That's no my limit I play within it. You know what I mean? And just
Yeah, that is. We were talking about this on stream the other day. That it's like the weird ideology where like if you go 5-0 and lose your last 3, you lost to only people making brackets probably.
Mhm.
And then if you go 0-2 and then just ring off 6 straight, you only beat people that didn't make brackets.
Interesting. That is kind of.
It's a little more viable for not 6 and 2 minimum record required.
Yeah.
Because rattling off 6 straight is pretty tough no matter what. But like, yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, Tenit getting Crystal 6 here. Just has to get the Swamp Small and clear Swamp. Good luck finding Hera basement. We're gonna get Hera, top first because it makes sense. So I guess this CrossKeys tournament, we could use some like a starting item like boots and a random item since it's key sanity, right? Right, Solsky?
yes. And he actually talked about maybe making it like a random item between 1 and 4 as well, which is interesting. But I think we were like just way too close to start for anything like that. And we've changed the rules like 3 times before start 2, so I just didn't really want to lose
Yeah.
the room. If you know what I mean.
Don't change the rules mid tournament.
God, bro.
I almost did. I was like, hey, I know we can make this fun. And then like 3 runners like, yeah, maybe just run out with the rules we got. I'm like, okay. It's like a small tournament, right? So it's chill. It's nothing serious.
God, there's some bad names in this 2 and 1 list, bro.
Yeah,
All
there
right,
are.
Start
You know?
rattling them off.
All right, we got Gamachu.
Mhm.
Oh
We
my
got-
god.
We got
Who-
Lock
wait,
Hole Live.
Who did Gamma lose to?
I don't know. Let's find out. Gamachu. Can I see?
Yeah, you can. You just have to.
He lost to Jejo.
Okay. Alright, so
Um,
Gamma Lock.
So Obscurus should be in 2 and 1 then.
Yep,
It's Jejo won.
Obscures in 2 and 1.
I think
We
Tan's 2
got,
and 1 now.
we got Nilsson at 2 and 1. We got Freddy at 2 and 1. Akir at 2 and 1. Megawatt, Wall
Oh,
Kicks, GFE,
jeez.
Zelga, Tam, Schulzer, Magnet Hands, Ulf, Plasma Kappa, Pika Pals.
Swiss, it's great, right?
Is this the main tournament? There's a lot of good names in like a 2-in-1.
Yeah. Honestly, like I mean, to a lot of people, I'll say like CrossKeys is like in a way the new main tournament for them. Like CrossKeys has just been so, it's picked up so much traction over the last like
fun. Like it's just more fun, right?
Yeah, it's definitely more fun than and more like brain power in it than just item rando for sure.
Yeah, there's only so many times a coin flip, right, can be appealing versus like this, where there's a little more strategy. There's still coin flips, but
well, we just want the coin flips to have like 8 layers to them. If you look at how mystery, by the way, Andy,
Yeah,
when are we
did.
getting mystery weights?
Andy skipped Hero Basement. There's your layers, right? Like we just watched another 15 minutes of Andy walking around without boots, you know?
I mean, hey, if Tenet's got the same mindset as Andy, we're gonna see the same thing. Tenet's getting ready to take down Moldorm, though.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Let's go.
But yeah, like
I guess
the deeper coin flips is why we have doors.
So I guess this tournament runs Wednesday, so I'll find out the next match is late Wednesday, early Thursday, I guess.
Yeah, it's usually like whenever after the last match on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was Solski last week.
Yeah, and then they make an announcement saying, "Oh, they might get paired up against each other. I wonder what that means." And then I got paired up against the 2-0 this week. I'm like, "Oh, sick."
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Love getting the 2-0 as a 1-1.
I love manually getting the 2-0 as a 1-1.
Wait, how do you manually get that?
How do they know that we're going to play each other in the announcement before we finish the match?
Oh. All right, well, Tenit is checking the basement. This is going to be the Swamp Small and her go mode. I have no idea what MSU pack she's using. All right, just gotta beat Swamp and then Ganon. So yeah, you got quite a bit. I mean, how big's the pool now? Do we know for 2-in-1?
I don't think we know yet. How many people were in this tournament?
Almost 200, I think.
You've had drops too, so it might be hard to determine. So you said almost 200. Do we know the official count?
Start GG makes it like really hard to to see it unless you're an admin.
Hold on. No, you know what? I think I can find it. Attendees 162. Yeah, it says right there. 162.
162. All right, we'll
say it's 3 rounds. Top cut was what? 16? I'll just give me the math.
60 players are 2-in-1 with this many people. And then 23 3-0s.
Yeah, 60 at 2-in-1. It says 60.8, but we had a drop, so 23 3-0s, 60 2-in-1s, and then the rest. I'm the rest.
All right, I'm probably gonna bounce and get started on dinner.
All right, man.
Go fuel
GG's.
up, gamer.
But GG's. Thanks for restream. Thanks for comms. Hope it was enjoyable.
That was a good time. Solski kept me in check. Or maybe the other way around, I'm not sure.
Yeah, GG's. I'll catch y'all later.
Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good one.
Alright, so Tenit in the back of Swamp now, just gonna take down Argus, and then gonna be able to take down Ganon.
I like how Andy's first reaction after leaving the call was just putting his hand in his face. Like he's like, "Oh my god, thank Christ, that's over, man."
Well, it's a good frame for the stream, his stream to end on. So that will just be freeze framed on that.
There we go. Ma, the new Andy emote dropped. God.
All right, should be a fairly simple fight here with Tempered Sword. No chance of a 0 cycle just due to no boots, so no fun. In a good spot here. Does get a second cycle. All right, that's Crystal 7 for Tenit. She's going to be heading to Ganon. All right, this time we don't have to guess where Ganon is, chat. We're just going to head on over to the fairy drop down. Andy did win. Andy finished about 15 minutes ago, or about 20 minutes ago now. And he called it a night. But we're gonna stick this out with keep Tenit up here. Into phase 2, gonna be closer to phase 3. And into phase 4 just has to get these 4 silver arrows. Play it a little safe here. Trying to set up for a triple. Might be a little too late with that extra sword slash, yeah. Okay, did get this one. I was a little concerned we might have an issue with that left side torch. Right side torch is the problem, though, today. All right, get your GGs in chat for Tenit. Well, overall, not a bad seed. I'm gonna see if Tenit wants to do a quick post-race interview.
Where did Andy go? He was kissing us goodbye. Where did he leave?
VLC dropped it.
Oh.
Call it a day.
It do be like that sometimes.
All right, so Tenit is gonna decline interview. So I don't know. Overall, pretty terrible seed, I'd say, right, Solsky?
Ending trash. Early game spooky. Mid game boring. Lots of emotions. I think those are all it. And Andy did go through the 7 stages of randomizer grief, all within those 3 minutes. So, all in all, a success. Oh, there's Andy doing his cartwheel. Oh,
doing great. He's doing great.
Yeah, he does like yay at the end.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
I don't know. Seed overall, I think would have been better if boots. I know I always say that, and everyone's like, "Shut up, Dante." But you know, just the way this kind of slogged on at that ending and in mid game, like we were talking about, I think it would have been a little more bearable for the 2 runners.
Yeah. I think that's why I would have preferred to find that key before flips, but again,
right.
Right.
Yeah, the way she goes, honestly, not too much you can do about it. But but yeah, this will put Andy at 2-1, Tenit at 1-2 for week 4. And like you said, that's Wednesday that will be people get those pairings. But I guess that's gonna do it for us, man. I don't know, follow twitch.tv/Solsky for Grimace restreams. It's gonna be good. We're talking about those. But yeah, unless you got anything to add, I guess that'll do it for us, man.
I just have these final remarks. Andy Lasso doesn't do what Andy Lasso does for Andy Lasso. Andy Lasso does what Andy Lasso does because Andy Lasso is Andy Lasso. Have a good night, everyone.
Wise words from a wise man. We're gonna go raid Zelga Dasan in the middle of a CrossKeys race, so go show Zelga some love and make sure not to spoil anything. It is a race. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right, we are clear. Thanks again, man.